We have been announced. We have gone live. We have the power. Who would like to get the recap for inspiration?
So last time, we found ourselves having a bit of a time. We were in the midst / still sort of the starts of combat against the local cultists underneath the candlery. Combat's combat, so it's a little hard to recap, but we did beat the fuck out of them, notably, and with a little bit of southern rage, we did basically we caught the leader of at least this group. Maybe it's the whole group, maybe it's not, but we caught the main dude at this location and knocked him the fuck out and proceeded to cocoon the ever-loving shit out of him so that we could bring him to a jail cell, which luckily they have an anti-magic one in the keep because the dude's a sorcerer and is a pain in the ass to try and lock up because sorcery. So, what information? But we did also get a lot of information from him via the Southern Rage. We know where the kids are. They're primarily being held at a camp. Is that north of here?
Yes.
By a fork in the road. Or actually, I think it was like a trail name. Don't remember the name. I'm checking the notes real quick to see if it's there. No. Okay, that's fine. It's
I forgot
north.
about that talk.
Yeah, it's north. But in the meantime, when we were bringing in the captive and also just sort of chatting, Drovgi and Pivy had a confusing talk about the birds and the bees and understanding what nude is. What counts as naked? Maybe? I think Drovgi ended more confused than he went in. Yeah. We then grouped back up and were met with a bit of a dilemma in that, do we go and save kids? Or do we go and work on curing the plague? Because the plague's bad, but the kids being captured is also notably bad. So that left us in a bit of a pickle. We did end up sort of choosing that if we don't cure the plague, there's going to be nowhere for the kids to return back to. So we're going to go work on that, but first, it's nappy time. And as we were on our way a bit more south to camp out by the... scrolling away from the drawn recaps. The Circle of S. We, so just camp out over there and then start there in our investigation for curing all of this. We were ambushed. And by ambushed, I mean there was a poor woman who stumbled out of an alleyway. I don't remember visibly description, but she was fucking in a bad case of the bad. And notably died. And I don't know if exploded is the right term, but she did, as she died, produce 2 shadows. Yeah, the sickness, if you die from it, causes shadows. So now it's also a fucking... It's a snowball. Because then the shadows will kill people, and the killed people will make more shadows. It's not great.
It's really not.
And that's why we now quickly have to get into another combat. So, without further ado...
Well, very good, very good. You have earned your inspiration as the shadows sprout forth from the woman's throat. She falls to the ground, lifeless. Shadows loom down upon you. Roll me initiative as Drovgi has done.
Nice.
I'm trying to find my initiative. I'm sorry.
All good.
There's
I
so many
miss
buttons.
Grace's initiative so much.
So the initiative button is green. Should be under the combat category.
Got a sexy 4.5.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. There we are, there we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's everyone's rolls. I need to roll for the monsters, and then we can do the thing, Julie. Alright. We begin the initiative with Yorville. Seeing the rumbles of the woman's body, you are first able to react before they can do anything about it. The shadows have appeared.
Well, I'm not completely tapped, but I'm also not at 100% right now. I'm going to... I'm just gonna Firebolt Shadow 2 here, because that's the one I have a clean shot on.
Yeah.
Okay. Sage, do you happen to set up the macros to automatically scale with level and whatnot? For cantrips and such?
I'll go check. I don't think I have them, though. Set that way, no.
Okay, I'll manually roll it. $25.
Yeah, the macro is not automatically set that way. 25 will definitely hit. The bolt of flame will slam to the shadow's core. As you see, the darkness seems to just engulf the flame, snuffing it entirely. Roll damage.
14.
Alright. Though the flame is snuffed out, you can see that the creature itself seems to be somewhat damaged from it. Some of its shadowy contours are missing. It's like you wiped away an ink stain. It is resistant to fire damage. Alright.
Right. That'll be all.
Excellent. Shadow 3 has gained initiative. Shadow 3 is just gonna attack Droppy. That's a horrible hit. That is a 13 because of flanking, and that is not going to do anything. The creature will also turn on its Chilling Aura with a bonus action. Let's go for green so it's easier to see. Alright. Clink. I started my Chilling Aura, so make me that con save.
I want to free action cry.
You can do so.
Saving throw, Constitution. Okay, how much damage am I taking?
2.
2?
Yeah.
Rude. You know what Clink hasn't done ever? He's gonna grovel. And how I'm going to flavor the groveling is Clink is like poking towards them with his scalpel, pointing out like the weak spots to everyone around.
Alright, let's begin to methodically point towards their weakened states. Shadows seem confused. Your allies seem more knowledgeable. Anything else?
Action. I'm pretty sure I already did my basic healing thing. I am out of healing points. I am going to bonus action disengage. No, wait, I have to be within 10 feet for... Do I have to stay within 10 feet? Or... Now that I've done it, can I move away?
Let's see here. Until the end of your next turn, your allies gain advantage on attack rolls against enemies within 10 feet of you. They can see you. So I think they have to be within 10 feet of you.
Okay, so I got to
gain
keep
the
them
benefit.
inside 10 feet.
Yeah. Just per the
Okay,
wording, it seems
then,
like
yeah.
that is the case.
End of turn.
All right, well, Robbie is AFK, and he just wants to slap some things, so we're just going to slap some things. Did not give him a big ol' axe hammer slap, so we'll just use this one. All right, he's going to swing at the one to the east. Now we'll certainly crash into it. And that will do full damage because it is a magical weapon. Alright. Slappy slappy as the creature's shadowy form seems to dissipate somewhat. It is looking barely able to hang on to the material plane, but it is still there. Droppy is going to swing again. Oh, yeah. You're right. I'll just roll to see if I get a crit. No, okay. This one I will click advantage, yes. There's the crit. That 9 means that is a +5, so that's a 14. That is a confirmed crit.
Nice.
So that is 20 damage as the second hammer swing will crash into the shadow. The fiery innocence of the hammer explodes within the body of the shadow as it just disintegrated from the solar energy of the hammer's inner core. The creature is certainly dead. Blech. And then he's just gonna bonus action shove the one to the west. Now, see if you can't make it sad. Let's see here. Oh, and I need to do this real quick for Drovky. Con save for 6. Forgot about that. Saving throws for players is a black macro. There it is. Okay, and it's a save or suck, so there we go. Cool. And then for the shoving attempt, I'm just going to give the shadow a check to see if resist it. Yeah, we're definitely going to fail that. Yeah, okay. And the shadow is just shoved away. Yeah, I beat it by 8, so I do get it plus 10 feet. Cool. There we go. Tim, it is your turn.
I'm going to shoot my bow at it.
That does take it out of my advantage range.
I'll shove it here then. You're right, I wouldn't shove it out of your advantage range.
What is the advantage range?
It has to be within 10 feet of Clink. So if I did it right there, it'd be good to go, because that's 15 feet as well. And no one's in the aura of cold, so. But, yep, you have advantage to shoot the shadow because of Clink's intricate detailing of its weak points.
Then in that case, I'm going to activate Sharpshooter. Boop. That's going to be a 23 to hit.
For 16 damage.
And then 3 Psychic.
For 19 damage, very nice. There will fly through the air, crashing into the one piece of light within the creature's form, the eye, as one of the 2 eyes is snuffed out of existence. The creature is still alive, but is looking haggard.
I knock another arrow, and I will do the same thing again.
Excellent.
And then also with Sharpshooter.
All right, 23 for 26, as the second arrow will shoot out the other eye as the enemies are gone. Defeated, snuffed out of existence. And with that, combat is over. It was very quick combat.
Bada bing, bada boom.
All right.
Oh man, this disease is a lot worse than I thought it was. Apparently now shadows are just spawning from people.
Yeah, I'm really happy that we decided to focus on this because if that's what happens at the end of the disease, we're really looking at quite a catastrophe in town.
And if this were ever to leave town, I don't even want to think about the damage that it could cause.
Right.
He honestly, he should have just given him his family at this point. How many people have died? Like,
Maybe.
stick to your deals if you make them.
I have something to try the next time we encounter these. I think I might be able to use the book that Foxglove gave us against them. If they're literal shadows, then it should be able to capture them, I think.
Oh.
Should we discuss what happens if that doesn't work?
We'd shoot it like we usually do.
Well, if well, sometimes in the wild, whenever you find like some infected deer or deer that have like some sort of like infectious parasite or something, and you don't want it spreading to the rest of the community, you gotta put it down. So I wonder if I'm afraid it might come to that if we don't figure out another solution.
Well, we got the mirror and we've got the dagger, so I guess that's what we go to first right now.
Yeah.
As you were discussing this, you would hear footsteps from to the west, the way you came from originally, as you see 3 of the town's militia show up, arms at the ready, hearing the sounds of combat. Though seeing nothing but seemingly pools of inky blackness as the shadows' remnants, they kind of lower the weapons. What's going on here? We heard fighting.
We were attacked by a couple of shadows. They kind of burst forth from that women over there, and he points towards the body in the alley.
We've seen it happen before. We think it's people in the late stages of this sickness that when they die, the shadows burst from them.
They'll look at each other. Right, Terence, see to a few guards at the temple, right away. Of course, sir. See it done. We'll seem to
I'd like to
rush
insight
off.
these people.
Go ahead.
Because when they were looking at each other, is that like a sense of like, what the fuck is going on, or they know?
This is a... Oh, fuck, this is go bad quick.
Okay.
With Klink's time in the infirmary, could he know about how long left the next person would have?
A day. At best.
Okay. Okay.
Essentially,
Well,
next midnight is when you think it would be a trigger.
Well, Klink thinks that the temple will be good probably until the next moon.
What time is it now?
It's about 6:30ish.
So, 6 hours approximately.
What I'm referring to is the next midnight, so tomorrow's midnight. So 24 plus 6.
How do we know who's the next person?
Your companion there was working with the priest, keeping the people stable as best they could. But knowledge of when it might get worse is helpful, but
Well,
best be careful.
when I asked him his name, he told me it was, get off, you motherfucking dragon!
That's not a name.
That's what he gave me as an answer, though. We've been dealing with a
Could be
lot
a
of
name,
Fae. You can't take anything for granted.
Hey, you humans have strange names. Could be a name.
Blink, blink. Right, well, we appreciate the assistance. We'll see to her, make sure her family's notified, and, well, she's given proper burial. At this point, as the pikeman goes to kind of, check on her, see what they can do, you can see them pulling out from a nearby satchel, some, like, sticks that seem to unfold into a 10-foot pole as he begins to set up a cot to move her around with. Commander, the archer, kind of steps forward a bit more. Don't suppose you have any leads on your investigation?
Well, our chiefs of investigating are currently coming back. They're moving the beards.
Yeah. What? Sorry. Takes a while to move sometimes. What we're We do have a lead. It's a information we received from Foxglove. We're going to check it out now. Actually, this was just sprung surprise on us.
Did I tell him about it, or I don't know? Is it a secret? I feel like it's a secret
What?
about the whole, Faye thing.
I didn't mention anything about that. I just said we had a leave from.
Oh, all right.
Faithing?
We have something to try. That's what matters. Anyways,
As long as you have a lead, this sickness is getting worse and worse by the day, by the hour, sometimes even for some of those. This can be cleared up, all the better. Whatever you're doing, as long as it's working. And, the one at the stamp the cart will kind of look up. Sir, I think we're all set up here. We can get into the chapel. Right. Well, you need anything, let us know. You'll grab body, which I will make visible. And also mark her as dead, because she's totally dead. As they will then give a nod and make their way outwards, following their companion, who did leave earlier, to go and set up some patrol routes. As you guys are once more left alone to your own devices.
All right, well then, if this is how bad it's gotten and how bad it's getting, we better get going, if you know what I'm saying.
right. It's in the keep's basement, right?
Mirrors in the keep's basement, yeah.
Yeah, let's get moving.
You guys are choosing to not sleep. You guys are choosing to.
Oh, right.
Obviously.
We could
We're gonna
sleep
wanna
at
find
the
somewhere
keep.
to rest, but I say that we send someone out after the kids before we go to sleep.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Letting the guards know.
Let the guards know to go after the kids, and then we can go to sleep. Give them as much time as we can before we take care of this ourselves.
All right.
Right. Oh, that would have been good to mention while the guards were here, huh?
That's,
Yeah.
Right.
If I get high up in the air enough, I could probably still see him and flitter over. Do you want me to?
Could you please?
All right. She flies up in the air and tries to see.
Alright, you would see at this point they're still pretty close. They're about here along the road. So still within line of sight for you guys even.
Okay.
But in the air you can just zoom on down.
Yeah, I'm gonna just shoo,
Yeah.
flutter, over there. And
You
tell them
forget about
the
something?
kids. Yeah, so while we were down investigating further on things, we heard that this cult, we found a cult. It's not a sex cult. I thought it might have been a sex cult. It's not a sex cult. It's a Tiamat cult. And so we found a Tiamat cult, and we brought in the leader, and the leader is in the guard stuffs, and he's in a jail now. You guys have him. But what's really important to tell you is that the Tiamat cult was stealing all the children's, and the children's are at this camp over here.
Right, that was a lot. We'll send a patrol out that way. Do you know their numbers?
Yeah. Do I?
No.
No, what numbers? What are we talking about? Numbers?
Like how many cultists are at this camp?
Oh,
Like,
at
defenses they
that
might
camp,
have.
none of them. On the old camp, none of them. They're all dead. But at the new camp, it may be like 2, or maybe like 22. I don't really know.
Right, well, those numbers are completely different. Different end of the
Yeah.
spectrum here, but we'll send a few patrols. What we can spare. Scout it out a bit and see if we can't get the kids back.
All right. Well, we'll deal with that sickness, and we'll come right back and help you guys with getting those little babies.
Alright. Well,
All right. Well, bye. And politely just goes.
okay. It's like, moves back on with the cot.
The guards will quickly, one day, get used to the...
All right. And Vivi returns to the party, having delivered this information.
I win.
Right, now we can go to bed.
So, are you guys wanting to head up to set up your tiny hut near the Circle of Eth, or you want to head into the keep and take some rooms there? Or you want to just head to the keep, head to the mirror? You want to do something completely different?
We could get to the mirror, and I could cast Tiny Hut right in front of the mirror. Possibly, if I've got enough room.
That could work too. Let's ask for lodging in the castle, considering we're solving a pretty big problem for them.
All right.
All right. Guys, gather up and make your way to the Foxglove Estate. As my cat is blocking my screen so I cannot see what's going on.
Good
I know,
kitty.
Need all the cuddles.
She's the sweetest baby. You guys have no idea.
She's very
This
sweet.
is just a sweet baby.
Okay. Back to moving. Guys, make your way to the keep. Make your way inside as you are let in by the butler once more. Lorento. So, you were needing some sleeping arrangements for the evening. This can be done. And the lady has given leave that you may use the guest rooms upstairs. Are you needing anything else? Food, drinks, any thing of note?
Oh, you're
Food and
ask-
drink would be great, please.
Yeah, you're offering a good
Yeah, we
hospitality dinner.
Your guests.
Minnie, what are you saying, love?
I would personally could use something to go eat.
Right,
Sure.
well. If you would, make your way to the dining hall. And he kind of just points to the door there. And dinner will be served shortly. So, if there's anything you guys want to do, any RP you want to do during the dining or anything like that, we can do so. You guys want to just chug along to the next major scene, we can also do that. You guys are safe here, so if you want to check out the mirror, you can do that. If you guys just want to skip to the next day, you can also do that.
I would like to give the mirror a once over.
All right. Anyone going to be joining you to check out the mirror?
Is anyone else proficient in Arcana so you can give me advantage?
Yeah. Vivi will.
Okay. Anyone else?
Well, this seems to be like a little party in the bedroom, so Clink's going to add a guidance.
So you're going to join so you can get the guidance tap.
Yeah.
Minnie will join in for the sake of being there.
For a predict success, get a D8, D6, and D4.
What about Tim? Is Tim going to join?
I'll go with.
Okay, I'm just going to bring Dravi in that case. So everyone goes to check out the mirror. All right. You guys head on downstairs. You've already been given the key, I believe, to the vault.
Mhm.
So as you enter into the basement, you can go bring up this information, because that is some stuff to be spiced about. I think it's on page 9. Or not 9. Should be around here. Alright, looking in DM view, so I can get this all set up. As you enter into the basement, you can see that the marbled steps lead down into a well-decorated chamber filled with tools, implements, old weaponry that seemingly was being restored from days long past of adventuring youth from Lord Foxglove. You can see that there's even some reagents upon a nearby side table and just piles upon piles of scrolls, notes, books, maps of just different places that the Lord ventured in. However, what is striking is that there is a old ancient-looking stone altar to the east within a small alcove, and an iron maiden, almost of a blackened steel behind it.
Hey, brother, look, another one.
You can
Can
see that there
I-
is a door to the west leading to the prison, and a door to the south leading to the vault. And you were going to say something, Vivi.
Can I try to find the mechanism that controls the? Never mind.
All right.
This is just the first room of the vault.
This is just the basement. The vault is, you go through the door here.
Right.
Vivi is gonna threaten to break away to go give sass to the man. Oh, he's right down there. Ooh, I kind of want to go yell at him. That mother.
Okay, why are we yelling at? Let's not extend. Let's not push
She's
our.
referring to the cult leader.
The cult leader, yeah.
The guy who we had tied up.
I
Oh.
think he's down there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I just want to give him peace of my mind.
I thought you did that already.
I can do it again.
Clink is going to go sniff all of the instruments over here to make sure they're all properly sterilized.
No, they're not. I mean,
Okay.
they're actively being worked on. Some of them are still blood covered, as they're being cleaned of the filth that was upon them.
I'm opening the vault
Is-
door.
Is there any syringes?
There's a couple.
Clink takes them.
Thank you.
Are you stealing from Alton Foxglove?
I'll put it on his tab.
Wait, so you're stealing
What?
from him and then charge him for him?
Clink, that's not
Yeah.
how that works.
Clink, we're not going to be taking anything.
He
that-
owes
Oh,
many healthcare.
he does. That does not mean you steal.
I mean,
It is
But
necessary for the procedures.
if
Then
it's
Wait,
give
hold on.
necessary.
Just no. Just leave it.
I'm getting
Yeah,
away
no,
from that. Oh
we
my
prevent
goodness.
you from stealing the thing. No.
All right. You can see that there are 3 doors within the small hallway. One to the west, one to the east, one to the south. The southern door, you can see, seems to be darker than the others. Like the light within the small hallway is being sapped of its energy. As Dravia, looking behind, would notice, also welcome back, would notice the Clink does put the syringe back.
There's not
Oh.
a hand at 8. Did they actually?
Did you put it back, Clink, or no?
That's what the sleight of hand
So
was.
the sleight of hand was
I
you
did not.
not putting it back.
Yeah.
Give me a
Put
perception
them
check,
back.
Dravi. You know that it's in their satchel, or wherever they put
Put
it.
it back, Clink. You don't need another syringe.
Do you know how much supplies Clink has gone through today? Like
No.
12 gold.
Were you... Oh boy, 12 gold. Were you not
I'm
using
gonna
what
take
they
that.
had there? At their storehouse, in their church? They have
No.
supplies, I'm certain.
I think he's talking about just what we've gone through together today.
Oh, well, I mean, that's fair, but you don't then take that from a friend. You go, like, unless they tell you you can, you go to a general store, and you just spend 12... I will give you 12 gold to buy
Clink
more
is going to go
supplies.
walk up to the door and yell out the door towards
Clink,
Foxhole's general
Dude,
Clink.
place.
I swear to
Clink's
God,
gonna
if
take
it's
some
in your
healthcare
bedroom-
items, thank you! And then go with
Don't-
everyone
As
else.
you yell, everyone who is in the chamber, so Clink, Tim, and Minnie, give me a perception check.
The vault door is going to be like sound sensitive or something as a security measure, and it's going to slam shut. We're going to be stuck in this vault forever.
That's
All right, Minnie and Clink. Clink, you don't really notice it because you began to smell something that was strange, almost deathly, and the room didn't really smell of death. It smelled more of like blood and cleaning products. but just this faint whiff of stench of death turns your head ever so slightly as you notice the Iron Maiden opens. And inside there is a corpse, almost mummified. Minnie, you would also see this.
Oh no.
As a spectral blue figure steps from the corpse. Elegantly dressed, long flowing black hair, decorated in various jewelries and braids. It is most certainly a noblewoman of some stature, though you don't recognize them. Except for those who might have spent time in the main hallway looking at the paintings, which I don't believe any of you guys did. But they step forward. Oh, our guests are stealing from us now. Put it back.
Blink.
You
What's
would not
going on?
see her, Drovgi, but you'd hear her voice. Because
Do you guys see this one too?
What's happening?
There is a ghost actively telling Clink to put that back.
Oh, she flutters above Drovsky's head into the room. Clink, there's this madam
I just realized
telling
I'm
you that
Look
that's
at my
not okay. So you got to respect the rules of the house,
Clink is-
Clink.
Slowly moving over, not taking his eyes off the ghost as he's putting them back.
Can the rest of us see the ghost?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Clink, this is why we do not take things that are not ours.
Madam, I'm so sorry. He's very passionate about healing and doesn't understand the rules sometimes, as people do.
Or persuasion.
Clink thought Lord Foxglove told us to use anything to get the job done.
Did he say that?
Okay.
I don't remember him saying that.
As long as your companion respects belongings here, there is no harm done.
I greatly appreciate that, your grace, and we'll step kindly in your home.
See that you do. Not wish to be dirtied by common thugs and scoundrels. I don't believe you to be one, but your companions are lacking.
Could I roll
been
a
trying to
religion
teach
to
them.
see how she's like such a strong ghost?
The day
That would
has
be
been
religion.
a hell of a day already. I would rather not
Think
have
it's
to
not
fight another ghost.
Yeah, we'll keep them in check. I've been trying to teach them the understandings of respecting a household in the ways that I've been taught in Feywild, so we'll get them there.
See that you do. Now, mentioned work for my nephew. What is this business?
I mean,
You're
if you were put in the iron thing, I picture that doesn't put you on like good terms.
I was not put there. I
Are
placed
there actual
myself there.
spikes on the inside?
There are.
Oh. It's an Iron Maiden and yet it's acting more like a sarcophagus.
Ma'am,
Why?
we have questions if it's comfortable for you to answer.
Depends on the question.
Why? As Strovki said.
Yeah, why?
Well,
He says, sort of setting down his own shield that's made of one of those doors.
she kind of leans back, sitting cross-legged upon the altar at this point, just back in her position here. Well, it was a religious rite of my patron. Better to join him.
Gonna do a quick cast of
Who was your
detect
patron?
magic to make sure it's not an illusion.
Not an illusion, though she is radiating magic. Necromantic magic.
That makes sense.
The Midnight Lord. Master of Darkness. One of the ones who showed my young nephew about the mirror there. You seem to be so interested in.
Oh, yeah, actually, there's quite this big conundrum we have with that. He possibly has cursed the town to an evil sickness that is causing multiple people to die and then burst shadow demons to kill others. Would you have any knowledge about this or him that you could quite graciously share with us? Is you're so ethereal and we're common rabble.
Flattery will get you everywhere, my dear. I cannot say much about the sickness. First time hearing it, I'm afraid, but the mirror, though, that I can speak on. It was an artifact of my patron. A prison of sorts for those that worked against him.
Clink is going to step forward and look at everyone. So, are we cool with the creepy ghost lady who was inside the spiky coffin?
This is
Right
her
now, we're
home.
getting a lot of really good information.
We also, this is still her home. It's presumably, I only say presumably since I have not asked directly, but she is his aunt.
We could
Do you
She's
know how
practically
easy
go
the
my
maid
job would
ask
be?
the Lord about her and if she was in there for a reason.
This is
She
true.
told us. She told us the reason.
She
The
told
Lord
us her reason.
The Lord is
People
also in a
lie.
state. Yes,
Right.
they do lie, Clink. We're very aware of
Roll me
this.
a con save, Clink.
Just
Okay.
staring at Clink. Yes, people do lie.
Oh,
That's a 4.
For 10 points of cold damage, as you feel an otherworldly chill run up your spine as the annoyance of the lady here is directed towards you. No reason to lie to you. If you have nothing worth saying, then be gone. Speak to the adults in the room.
Ooh.
That's out of
Oh.
pocket, man.
oh,
Link is still a friend.
Clink.
Clink is only 17.
That explains a lot, then.
Okay, mean lady.
I'm sorry, she's a bitch, by the way.
Not
Out
all of us
character.
get to live forever in your case, or as long as a dwarf or bugbear.
Clink's gonna go get Lord. So yeah, Clink's gonna go waddle off
Okay.
to go find him.
Okay.
His little feet pattering.
That's really weird out of context.
Oh my god.
Yep.
His little feet pattering. That's why I gave context.
Mhm.
A little better, yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
What else can you tell us about this mirror? It is a portal of sorts.
Of sorts, it is a gateway to a demi-plane. Prison plane created by my patron.
A prison plane.
Yes. Once inside, you're trapped there forever. Hell,
Created by or created for your patron?
created. Well, it was created by a priest of my patron to hold his enemies.
Ah, okay. I was concerned for a
Alright.
solid moment there.
Do you know how to get out of it once we get in?
Destroy the heart.
Oh, right.
That's vague.
It is possible that the heart might allow you release as well, depending. My boy Aldern. He was trapped in there for a time. But
right, he told us.
we're not to worry
Breaking
about
the
being
heart,
trapped in
shatter
there.
everything.
everything inside the prison plane would crumble to dust, releasing those inside that are not native to it. In a
Right,
haphazard fashion, but they would be released.
do you know who all is in there? Anyone in particular we should know about?
Well, last I recall, Aldrin's brothers might still be in there. Not seen them leave through the door. There's, of course, Nikasor and his flock, those who rebelled against him. Anything
Right.
beyond that, I cannot say.
So hopefully we can avoid releasing everything. It seems like a bad thing to do.
Aye. Because then we'd have to then go fight and kill everything which seems the main reason for a prison. To not have
And
to do
imagine
that.
all the paperwork.
I'm choosing not to, brother. I'm choosing to instead.
You guys can give me a
think
religion check
about
real
how long
quick.
I'd have to fight.
Religion?
Ew, gross. Wait, I'm actually decent at this. Oh wait, that's a
No.
-1. Oh wait, that's a lie. I just rolled high.
All right. So the three of you, hearing the Midnight Lord and hearing what she's talking about, Midnight Lord is not a good deity. They are a god of torture, pain, and suffering, and of the Shadowfell. Whatever's imprisoned in this place is probably not evil, or if they are evil, they have been twisted from being trapped for so long. That said, any enemies of the Midnight Lord are probably those who are rebelling against their dominion over the Shadowfell.
So Shadowfell things as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. A place known for its warm and cuddly nature.
Mm-hmm. Now, I will also say this. The Midnight Lord is not really a super known deity to the Vale. They're more known to the Shadowfell.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also likely that since the mirror was found within the Shadowfell, as you'd have found from some of the books that Aldrin let you guys read through, it's possible that the mirror wasn't even dedicated to the Midnight Lord. It could have been dedicated to something else, and just had found the rituals and the schematics to build it.
Right.
So, it's still a prison dimension, regardless. So, possible things inside are not evil. It's possible they are evil. It's possible they're evil for different reasons. But that is what
Is
she
Clint
tells
coming
you.
back with Foxglove?
I mean, it's going to take him a bit to get upstairs, so
Well, fair enough.
give you a couple more questions before you get to therapy.
Right. So, of the Midnight Lord, maybe not for the Midnight Lord, but that doesn't really matter at this point.
Welcome in.
Aye.
Probably 50-50 on freeing the things in there. I can't
Aye.
imagine his agenda was any good, thus people opposing that agenda would probably be not, at least maybe not bad. And the only guaranteed way out is to break the whole prison plane.
Aye.
Right, seems simple, right? This
Which I
isn't
s-
crazy at all.
We are talking with a ghost that just came with an iron sarcophagus.
Right, don't remind me.
Yeah.
So Foxglove's brothers might still be in there, you said.
It's possible. They have been gone for some time now. They might have been lost to the plane. Time works differently in there. A few moments here Might be years inside.
So it's in the Feywild.
It's a pocket dimension.
Oh, all right.
What you say lost to the plane? Like, what does that mean? Gone insane?
Could be. Would have come one with the walls, or devoured by the heart, or perhaps joined with the heart.
So the heart's
Maybe.
like a thing, like a creature?
Yes. It's
Oh.
guardian. It's well, heart. It's what keeps the plane ticking. I feel it'll be quite
Right.
obvious that where it lies, if you do enter, it is a living creature after all.
The plane is also a living creature?
The plane is the heart. The heart is the plane.
Right, of course.
Hmm.
Um,
Do you know much about this heart? Is it reasonable?
Give her a check. Rolled a natural 1.
Oh, cool. Plus 12 is horrifying.
oh my.
Well, I know it has many tendrils to it. It's able to shift the plane to meet its needs. Changing, rearranging, removing of rooms, but beyond this I cannot say for sure. Every heart is different, mirror to mirror.
I mean, you know an awful lot about this
Wait,
plane. Could
Every heart is different from mirror to mirror? Are there more mirrors?
could you guide us maybe?
There are more
Come with
mirrors.
us then and help guide us on this journey.
Oh, I cannot pass through the mirror, I'm afraid. Bound to this plane.
Right, great. Is there anything else we should know about the prison plane before we theoretically go in?
Another natural 1.
Oh my god.
Nothing. Absolutely
No,
Pepperoni.
nothing.
You mentioned natives to the plane? Like, what's that about?
Well, it's possible that some of the prisoners entered willingly to observe their lord. Those who work with the heart to see its victims pained for their insolence.
Right, of course.
It's only possible, though. I don't really know what lies inside, beyond Nikasor and his cronies. From what I gathered, they were trapped there.
Wrapped as in fooled into?
Fooled into, placed there by priests of the Midnight Lord, or perhaps simply wandered in out of curiosity, felt like a fly to the web. At this point, Clink, you would make your way up, and we can do some of your RP as you would find yourself the door of Aldern. Or at least his office.
Clink will open his door.
The door's locked.
Clink will bang on the door.
No. It's Go away! Go away!
Hey, it's Clink. Your aunt's downstairs.
Okay?
You just casually have a ghost living with you?
It's a little weird, but you know, she does what she does. Like, old,
Me too, buddy.
old faith. It's confusing. I'm not about that. But she's helpful. She showed me about the mayor. Have you figured it out?
We have not gone in mirror yet.
We'll need to be quick.
Oh, we did find out where the kids are taken.
Kids. Kids. Wait.
Yeah, the kids that went missing.
We found her.
Well, your guards should be going on it. We gave them information.
Right.
And Clink thinks that casually living with a ghost might be good information to share with people who are going into the basement.
Didn't really think about that. It's just kind of there. My whole life, the majority of it.
Clink also has your healthcare bill when you're ready.
Healthcare bill? What?
Oh, Clink's treatment of the people in the temple.
Lorentok will handle that. He handles the finances. But the mayor, you stopped it.
We're working on it.
You have the shard, though.
Shard?
The gods. You can't kill the heart without the shard.
Clink wasn't there when he gave them the shard. He doesn't know what that is.
Oh, I fucking forgot. I'm sorry.
You need the shard. It's here somewhere. He starts opening up dress drawers. You hear doors opening and shuffling and papers and stuff.
Oh no.
It's here. It's here somewhere.
Poor man.
I'm gonna give him a check.
Come on, remember that he gave it already.
Third nat 1, let's go.
All right.
Oh my god.
It's a 3.
Eldritch Doom.
It's fine. It's fine. Find it. Just breathe.
What's it look like?
It's Sidium dagger. You hear purring or like little ribbly gribbles from Gunnar inside. It sounds like he's petting the badger, calming down.
I forgot he was in there too.
Okay, so
You,
Can I turn into Gunner?
the dagger that Vivi's using looks similar.
Cool. Oh, yeah, Vivi has it.
The moth one.
Yeah, Clink wasn't told what it was.
Okay.
We just kind of get things sometimes, and Clink just rolls with it.
Okay, I did give it to you then. Good. You're going in there. Be careful not to anger the heart until you're ready. It will shift the rooms to impede you.
Oh, so like Chalk Alliance isn't gonna work.
No.
Wait, how are we supposed to get out if it changes?
Kill the heart.
How did you get out?
Him.
Sorry, I'm not here.
That's true, you're not there. Right about to
There's a
answer
lot
you.
of questions I want to ask him that happened down there that Clink wasn't there for.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ant Lady is cool. And
She's a little creepy, but she's fine. She's got helpful information.
And just to make sure, we get to keep our shadows when we come out, right?
Yes. Unless you've been
Okay.
struck by the sickness.
Oh,
Killing the heart. Who did you make the deal with then?
The mixture.
Clink can't hear you mumbling when you're behind the door.
Roll persuasion. It's a bit of a mixture. Bit of Nikasaur, a bit of the heart, you know. But,
Okay, Clink is done thinking about Faye things. That's Yorville's job now. Clink is just gonna go soothe wounds or something.
Be quick about it. Time's running out. Alright. You head
Clink
back
is-
to the party, or do you head somewhere else?
Clink is going to run by the kitchen to grab a food, something.
Okay, well, in the kitchen, you would see that there are a few servants in here currently cooking the dinner that you were asking about earlier.
Yeah, Clink's just gonna grab like a dinner roll and then go.
Are you just running and grabbing and leaving?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a bit like, and then you're already freaking out the door. Because they're right there. So. Alright. End of the party now, or heading somewhere else?
Just, you know what? Clink is gonna go hand the guy the bill.
Okay. Did you need something else, Master Clink?
Clink was told you are in charge of finances.
I am?
Here is Clink's healthcare bill for curing patients at the temple.
Right.
Clink volunteered his time, so Clink will not charge you for that.
So the bill is more of just a formality then.
Clink's not charging for time, only for curing 2 of the villagers.
Right. Well, you'll take the bill and look it over. What does it say?
I kept meaning to look at your hireling stuff, but every time I remembered I wasn't at my computer.
Hmm.
But I was just going to base it off that and probably just a little bit more.
Well, if you're talking about hirelings, as in combat mercenaries, that's a different value than a laborer, which is more of like a physician, a doctor, or just like an alchemist. Basic professional jobs, not combat jobs. Big difference between labor and hireling is that one is hazard pay, one is not hazard pay.
So, yeah, Clink is going to call this a hazard pay because it was based off very contagious rare disease that he cured.
All right. You're looking at 5 GP a day.
It will be 10 gold.
Okay.
Oh, really? Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Clink cured in minutes what took your current healer weeks to figure out.
Well, it won't be long for the bill to be provided for you, especially if you're staying the evening here. It'll be within your chambers. They'll have your names upon the door, so you know which one is yours. By this evening.
Good. Have fun. Goodbye. Clink is going to go fly the rest of the way to the group.
Right. All right. As you make your way down, as your conversation at the point with Eugenia has a Clink now showing back up, flying into the area. Head back. Right.
Also, real quick, since I wasn't here, why'd we go here and not go rest at... I thought we were gonna go rest since a lot of us were beating shit.
Shadows kind of extended that a little bit because we're intending to go to the manor, get a room there, and then Curiosity killed the cat by you guys heading to the basement, which then triggered the
I just went to look.
Okay. Well,
Curiosity.
yeah, well, I mean, and stuff. Shiny things.
Mhm.
Ooh. Fair enough, okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, we do appreciate the information before going in.
Yeah, it's been so very helpful. Is there a trinket or an item you'd like for us to bring back if we can to show you our good cadence?
That is an
Like a
interesting
brother,
offer.
like a uncle or a nephew?
Hmm.
Like we could probably try to bring back a nephew.
Yeah, if
Whole
they
ass
are
person.
in there still, it would be appreciated on the return. But if you are to return yourselves, unless you make a deal with the heart, well, you'll be destroying the heart.
Yeah, that is sort of an ongoing plan in theory.
I will say, if you are going to destroy the heart, kill any of those that rebelled against my lord. That'd be my one request.
All right.
Tell them what, sorry?
Kill those who rebelled
Kill
against my
those.
lord.
I heard. I apologize. Yep. Most likely, yes.
Alright. Yeah.
Hit him with the fat non-committal, most likely, yes.
Yeah, maybe we'll see.
A classic move.
Yeah, totally. And if we don't, Vivi will come back and just say we did.
Ah,
Gets him every
chaos
time.
mob.
Well, I'll leave you to your travels then. If you wish to speak about anything else, you know where to find me.
Thank you, Thank you, ma'am.
Turns and flies back into the Iron Maiden, disappearing from view as the Iron Maiden door closes once more, hiding the mummified corpse inside.
That's pretty gross, honestly. Anyways, let's go get some dinner.
Right, that was terrifying.
Where is it? Brother, how do we keep on getting into this?
I
First,
have no-
it's a crazed dragon woman and goblins, and now it's an alternate dimension that's a prison for enemies of a death god.
It's-
Uh,
Really something.
Alright. Would you guys like to look into the vault, or would you like to head upstairs for dinner?
When Clink was in the kitchen, how long left was it until dinner was
Like
ready?
5 minutes.
Clink will inform the others this as he munches on his dinner roll.
that looks delicious. I'm gonna go get one.
It is.
Me too.
Alright.
Not as good as Mari.
Right.
Well, literally nothing is.
Is there anything else you are wanting to do for this evening, or would you like to call it a night and achieve your long rest?
Let's achieve a long rest.
Long rest time.
I like Big Nappy.
Alright. In that case, time passes, your dinner is served as you guys are given a well-cooked hearty meal. It doesn't compare to wife's home-cooked meal for Drovgi, but, you know, still does. As you are all brought to your various chambers, given sleep and a long rest achieved. For some of you, may
I
do other things.
do
but
want to attune to the stone before going to sleep.
the stone.
Come in here, stone.
The Circle of Eth.
Yeah.
Is anyone else wanting to do that?
I mean, yeah. But we'd also do that, like, before we... Actually, we'll be heading north the next time that we leave town. Yeah, we can go on a little bit of a night hike.
Okay.
Walk.
Yeah, sure.
If you want to talk to any NPCs there, you want to just let it be.
Oh, God. I do kind of want to talk with them, see, like, how they're faring with the whole sickness thing.
Clink would have questions if they knew anything about the place we might be going. It was like Shadow Realm, right?
Alright.
Shadow
Also-
Realm.
You're going to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo.
Oh.
Uh,
Get morbed, idiot.
very much appreciate the gift that's up there, lady. Oh, yeah. All sorts appreciated.
Happy face.
Yeah. But yes, you guys would make your way to the Circle of Eth, where you'd find the Menhir stones lie within the small little clearing within the forest here. There are 3 huts, 2 of moderate size and 1 of larger stature. The lights inside the huts are on, indicating that perhaps, well, those who tend to the circle here are inside and enjoying the evening's meal. Which these guys would be actively inside. But here lies the circle.
Men here stone. Clink's just gonna go, like, hop on it.
It's easy enough to attune to the stone, so there's no real need to, you know, wait for that. Let's see here. Other than that, though, just marking you guys getting the men here stone. Anything else you guys are wanting to do?
Lisa.
No, I don't think so.
So you did not want to talk to the NPCs. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. I sort of forgot about that.
If you want to, you
If
should.
you don't want to, it's fine.
Let's say at the tuning, Trophy would kind of go up and lightly knock on the door.
Right.
Can you ask if they have, like, healing materials so I can fill up my packs?
Aye.
Let's see here. Here we go. Okay. It's not too long after knocking that you'd hear footsteps approaching the door, and a middle-aged woman would open it, revealing be dressed in fine leathers and green fabrics, long, flowing, curly red hair, face pale white with tattoos of a greenish black ink just swirling in druidic knotwork all along her face. She doesn't seem to have any of her weapons near her, but you can see that there is a gnarled-looking wooden staff near the door, which she kind of leans against and puts her hand on as she opens it. Yes, don't believe we have met, Sir Dwarf. Is something you needed?
Hello, ma'am. Dravgi, Fulgrind, we're just here on the... Well, not here exactly, but here in town on the request from Aldern to look into the sickness and such that's been going on, and wanted to ask if you all knew too much about it, or like what you've fared
Hell,
against it.
I know the sickness is, difficult. Almost a curse of sorts. It's not something that our magics has been able to heal. It has ties to the other worlds. Trying to find a link so that we might break this connection, but as of yet all of our rituals have failed.
We've found about the same so far. We believe we may have a way to... may have found that said link. We're hoping to go in and deal with it. Just wanted to also see what else others knew and fared about it. Have you heard of insert name of prison plane?
The Midnight Mirror?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Proficiency plus intelligence.
Shit. He's not rolling ones anymore, fellas.
Yep.
We could use those in combat.
I have heard of such a plane. The Shadow Lords use them as prisons for their enemies. They are bound within the Shadowfell. Sometimes they're these relics find themselves upon the material. But they're quite rare. That said, the darkness that lingers within can seep into the material. Inflict those with its darkness. Would explain many things here.
That is our ongoing theory. Aye, just about that.
More than that, the sickness. If there's a midnight mere here, that could very well be the cause of it. It also could be the cause of the darkened nature of the region here. We have seen no ley lines or portals to the Shadowfell nearby, but at least none that would
Here's your
produce
enabler.
such an effect so wide-reaching. Midnight Mere, though, perhaps produce such an effect. Also explain why none of the fetchlings have taken ill.
Do you... This is an offshoot, sort of, but do you have any ideas or know-hows about navigating this sort of plane or place in general, or even the denizens of the pedophile that we might encounter?
Well, they're weak to sunlight. True, sunlight. Beyond that, the mirrors are different from mirror to mirror. Can't say for sure what you might be dealing with if you intend to enter. I do know that once inside, time travels differently.
He'd sort of nod, turn back, see Clink. We did also want to ask if you had any spare healing supplies that we might be able to borrow and or purchase from you.
Hello.
I'm gonna flip a coin. Hold on. Hi. Works every time.
Nice.
We do have some spare reagents. Since sickness in town has not been at all impacted by them, they have just been expanding within our stores, unused, so we could spare some.
It would be much appreciated if we're about to go into a mirror.
Of course. And she'll look over her shoulder, call back, Illyria, dear, be so kind to fetch some of the bundles of healing herbs. You'd hear ever so faintly. That way, mother.
Gonna talk about the
You'll
irony of Adrona the Young being the mom.
Yep. Don't worry about it.
Brother, don't mention it.
You would see
Why is
A-
she that?
almost tanned skin, very stark difference in that regard to Adrana, but her hair very similar, curly red. What's interesting is that she has ever so faintly pointed ears, and her eyes are a almost golden yellow.
Someone fucked an elf.
You know, she's a half elf, is what you're getting at.
Brother, I'm starting to get jealous about not having hair.
And you'll see Illyria offer up a small satchel that's filled with bundles of healing reagents. There you are. I hope they help.
Thank you, lass.
Of course. And just crosses her arms, kind of like shuffles backwards awkwardly. Yeah. Anything we can do to help?
Aye. Thank you. Hopefully this will all be over before
Clink.
any of us even know it.
Swoops down to come sniff at the ingredients.
All right.
Dropkey will just hand the pouch over to you.
They appear to be healing reagent charges, as I assume that's what you were wanting.
Yeah.
So healing kit charges. And there is a total of 20.
Very nice.
Donna will speak up. We did get word that some friends of Lord Foxglove would be arriving here to help with our troubles. I don't suppose that would be you.
Aye.
Yeah, Clink already cured 2 people.
You've cured 2 people.
Yeah, Clink caught it early enough that Clink was able to stop the progression of the disease. It's also part curse. It's weird.
That's helpful indeed. Thank you, Blink. There is another matter that has befallen the town, but that can be discussed after the mirror.
Would it happen to 2 of the kidnappings?
No.
Oh, a third one.
I'm sure you've noticed it on your way in, but some of the trees have grown sickly, and the fields have grown blackened.
Oh,
This is not
that
related
sounds like a Tim job.
to the mirror. We've been researching this, speaking with the land, and what we gathered. It's not fully magical, it is primal in a way. Something, someone is changing this.
The quest Vivi sent you on.
Indeed, yes.
We do know of at least a cult in the area. We'll see if that might lead on a similar strain of path. But if not, we'll certainly be looking into that. Most likely, our current docket is the sickness, the kidnappings, and then that.
Good, good. You've helped the town. This plague, this famine is befalling our crops and our woodlands. The rituals we have performed are keeping it at bay for now, but won't be long. You should have enough time to see the mirror cleansed and know where the kids have been kept. Well, sure, that can be stopped as well and the kids recovered. But
It'd even be possible that if the sickness is cleansed swiftly whenever the mirror is destroyed, then perhaps even the local guards will be fit enough to aid in getting back the kids. Dealing with druidic means, I'm no stone speaker, but we do have a friend of ours that is a bit more versed, actually a couple now.
good. Well, if there's anything we can do to help you on this, other than the herbs, of course, let us know.
Aye. No, we...
Do you have like a magic item that does like bright, almost sunlight type things?
I wish.
Aye.
Not something that we have here, I'm afraid.
Okay, it doesn't hurt to ask.
That
Good
is a
luck.
good shout, though. We might want to Do you know of anyone in town who might have one or is selling one? I know it's a smaller town, but you never know.
Afraid not. We don't have
Right.
much in the way of magical trinket sellers here. And if we
Right.
did, well, particular essence of darkness around the town, I'm not sure if they would even go for such a thing.
Aye, fair. It always worth a shot. Just like Clink said.
You know, if you have some like extra torches and some flint, you know, backup light just in case we can't see in there.
That I can provide. And give a little squeeze upon Illyria's shoulder as she walks by. Heads to a side room. Eldir kind of like shuffles her feet there a little bit.
Clink also is not good with people. Clink understands.
Yes, we do thank you for your help here. Well, Mother's been beside herself with worry. Hasn't slept in days.
Not many can be claimed to be saved by a dragon.
It's what we do. Why I can only assume what is going through her mind as a father myself. There's much to worry about, especially with all that's happened.
It is certainly a lot. There's one thing that might actually help. I'll see her kind of like fish a hand into a nearby side satchel. Open it up, kind of shuffle around. And she'll pull out a small wooden trinket of sorts. It kind of looks like a pin that you'd wear on like your like lapel or something like that. But it's in the shape of a gnarled oak tree. It's kind of like encircling with the roots over a small green gem. And she'll move forward and kind of offer it towards you.
What is this?
It's well, it's a guardian trinket of sorts. It keeps you safe in times of need.
Mm.
Might be helpful. I don't know, maybe.
Anything always helps. Thank you.
Yes. As she kind of like steps back at this point in time, Donna will come back holding just a bundle of torches in her arms. She's just like,
What? I
here you are. It's about 20 torches there. That should keep you safe and covered in any darkened state. Not sure how helpful they will be in the mirror, considering, you know, the heart and all that, but,
backpack, mundane equipment, torches. 30 now.
And then she will also pull out, since she sees there's 4 other behind you, 6 flint and steels.
Hi.
Now that should keep you covered. Any dungeon delving, tomb searchings, mirror going abouts, though mundane light might not be as effective there. Yes, that hopefully be helpful.
Hey.
Sorry we couldn't be of more help
people.
than that, but
Couldn't be more. You have refilled our healing supplies, given us bountiful information, and he stares straight up. Dark as hell out. I do apologize for showing up so late. We wanted to make sure to attune to the stones because we'll be not headed down on this half of the town for some time.
if it sees the sickness cleansed, then it is. What you're doing here is appreciated, and time is not an issue. We, day, night, Anytime you might need aid, the circle is open to those seeking help.
Thank you.
She'll give a nod. Alright. Anything else you guys are wanting to do?
I think it's good.
Alright.
Brother, do you mind poking at the neat little trinket?
Sure, pass it over. What is it?
Do you
Supposed to
spend
be
10
a sort
minutes?
of guardian
Once we
item.
get back to our rooms, I
Okay.
Supposed to be a sort of guardian item to protect oneself. Maybe like the little runestone?
will. Think. Well, we'll see.
Yeah. Alright, as you guys make your way back to your most enjoyable rooms for some of you, or, you know, like, not a cozy tiny hut, whatever, which way you guys prefer it, or not a cabin in the woods for Tim, since I know you like your cabin in the woods. This is being really laggy as I'm trying to move you guys. That's really weird. You guys will achieve a long rest, no issue. In terms of the item, I'm going to be posting in a moment. Basic overview as I try to figure out why my map tools is so freaking slow right now. There we go. It gives you an additional death saving throw. So you need 4 to actually die instead of 3 while attuned to it. Additionally, should you die, you can choose to destroy the item to instead be brought back to half HP.
Ooh.
That's incredible.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, you have to be attuned to it, but yeah, that's the key thing there. It is also a legacy item, meaning that it has more to it, but you'd have to figure out its legacy and how to unlock it.
But you don't have to attune to it to get the extra save?
You need attunement for everything.
Oh, okay.
I really want to use that.
That's...
Who doesn't? Honestly, that looks awesome.
Right?
I will abstain. I got the cool hammer. Somebody
Yeah.
else can take the cool fucking not
Who
dying
doesn't have
item.
the
That thing's
magic
amazing.
item?
It should be probably Clinker Vivy because they're squishy.
True, I am also
So
very
Clink-
squishy.
Oh yeah, you're the wizard. So yeah, it should be one of the squishy 3 of us.
I would say that putting it on the wizard might be our best bet.
Yeah.
I like it because it's very, like, kind of death themed, which is what Clink is going down.
Yeah.
And especially for it being a legacy item where I can learn more about it.
The
Also,
Goth
it-
here is dying for the death thing.
If you really want it,
being-
you can take it. However,
I
I
think
would
it should be the
very
wizard.
much like another half of my health bar.
I think it should be the wizard.
I personally am voting for Jofke.
You mean Yorville?
Yes. That's what I meant.
Dwarfs are dwarfs.
No, the brother.
Dwarves are dwarf. Hey,
The same fucking thing.
Dwarf.
I resent
that's
that.
racist. Also, it being a legacy item gives me the feeling of she just hand us like a family heirloom that she had no right in just handing to us.
Yes.
Fantastic.
She saw Tim, which is the only reason why she did it. If you guys did not have a primal cast in the party, she would not have offered it.
Shit, okay. Should we give it to Tim, actually? He also dies pretty quickly.
I have a much bigger hit dice than.
But if
Most of-
Tim dies, we're all dead. So I
That's
see
most
that
of us.
logic.
Arguably, Drovgi keeps everyone up more than, like, anyone else in the party.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
So if he goes down, the healers will be doing our best, the 2 of
I-
us.
It's great to use on anyone.
Yeah,
It is.
literally anyone could make
I-
use of this thing.
I vote one of the dwarves, and they can fight amongst themselves. I want to vote Clink, because Clink, I know you want it, but party mechanics. Vivi would give it to Clink, but Lady says one of the dwarves.
I'm saying not me, even just partially off of In this campaign, I've already gotten a ton of gear and a fucking Sun Forger. I have reached my fucking quota of magic shit. Somebody else needs stuff, please.
Well,
I personally vote for
definitely-
the wizard.
I
Wizard.
definitely won't say no.
Okay. Tim?
Yeah,
All
wizard.
right.
I vote wizard. I'm already backline and I have a bigger hit die. So
Sorry, Clink. Guy, I know. I'm sorry. I wanted magic too.
It's sadness.
It is.
Who
Let's
knows?
mourn.
We'll probably find some cool shit in the horrible prison.
Yeah,
We
true.
will.
And a lot of that will probably be death themed. You two are probably going to be thriving and just like, hey, here's a soul knife. It takes souls.
Yeah, y'all forget little sweet Vivi is the death moth.
It's true.
She has necromantic spells as well.
I choose not to judge off of somebody's physical quality. Excuse you.
Nice.
Yeah, I have posted it in your item lab, so that is the item. The price, I forgot to edit that. Let me go. I'll get that to you guys in a second. But everything else is
The ring
accurate.
of protection.
Other than that, you guys would have achieved a long rest, no issue. The food is provided, all that good stuff. You guys would rest, recovered, long rest fully achieved. It is now the next day, and you guys have options before you of what you want to do.
Did the
I've one
identify not give the how to unlock?
No, you need to research legacy items.
Yeah,
Okay.
we've talked about how broken the wording of identify is before.
Yeah, identify is one of the spells that is being heavily modified in Spheres of Divinity. Any spell is just like, this just works. It's probably in terms of like things that remove the ability to have a survival campaign or remove the ability to have mystery being edited.
I have an off-topic thing
Yeah.
that I want to show everybody real quick.
Yeah.
So this is my bowl of bones,
Hell yeah.
Nice.
and I have another one. I have 2 bowls of bones.
What kind of bones are they?
Rodent, rat, and little. I have a big fat one. This one's big as hell. Look at this big
That's the
boy.
one you had today, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
Have you ever
I just-
considered like putting them in resin or something?
Yes. And I have jars, and I just bones. I just wanted to show you guys my bones. Thank you.
I have a
Okay.
slightly on topic question.
Mhm.
The Oaken Hearts reincarnate feature, does that count as one of your deaths for like future costs
Nope.
increasing to revive you? Cool, it's a free one.
It's a freebie.
Free dead.
That's great. Just very like tangentially there, because that's a bit a ways from us right now.
Mhm.
But it's like, does that count towards your increasing cost of life? No, sick.
Baller.
Thanks, Oaken Heart. It does, of course, lose the Oaken Heart, which is not preferable. But also, you're alive, which is preferable.
Mhm. All right. Very good. Very good. Would you guys like to head to the mirror? Or would you like to do something else for this day? You have woken
No, I'm
successfully
going
from your
home. Let's
rest.
go to the mirror.
Just fuck off and go home. Who needs
Yeah,
this quest line anymore?
Go to the mirror.
You know what? Sage, fuck this quest line. I'm going back home.
I'm going to AFK for just a moment.
Alright.
But
I
vote
miss
for
my
it.
wife. I'm going home.
I actually also really need to go get a drink, so I'm gonna.
We can take a quick 5-minute break.
Hey, yo, drink
Okay.
break.
Yeah, quick drink break.
I've got Capri Suns behind me. I'll
There you go.
Capri Sun.
Well,
Little juice
I'll pop
box.
another. Sierra's always drinking.
Yeah.
Beer. Pop my last beer.
Yeah, Ethan might be spending more money on Magic the Gathering than what he was expecting.
He's excited as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are apologizing for going in on. I was like, I'm loving the enthusiasm. This is just great to
I'm
be
just
around. I'm happy
full
because y'all are
nerd.
happy.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
I have been waiting for this type of shit for a fucking while, and this shit it's so good, but also I'm like, fuck, I just spent about $100 on a box of packs. Yes, I just sold a card for about $100, but I'm like, oh, I could do this again.
Yeah, that's fair.
I could get a box of the next shit too.
You could. Maybe you should. Anyways.
I'll wait.
No, I'm not gonna send money spending thoughts to your mind. But I've also gone down a deep end in terms of nerddom. You thank lady for that.
I started it.
I spent $156 on paint and miniatures today.
Today?
I came back like right when Ethan was like, "Let's play video games." So I'm like, okay. And I came back from the store buying those items.
My main hobby is painting D&D miniatures, and I sort of forced it upon Sage, and they ate it up like a motherfucker. And so,
understand that this man, only this last winter handed me a combat patrol and an extra hive tyrant of fucking Tyranids to build and paint for him. 'Cause I too enjoy painting miniatures. It's a lot of fun. I just also haven't gotten to it yet, and I'm stressing myself out about it. I'm scared to start because they're not for me this time, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to fuck this up.
You
do you know what the great thing about paint is? You can cover paint with more paint.
That's true.
That is true.
Yeah, you fuck up, cool. You cover that with more paint. You get on that spot, cool. I'm covering that spot with paint already, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If it gets real bad, guess what you can do? You can strip paint and start the fuck over. All you need is a cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
Like a basic Pine Sol or Green Clean. Green Clean is considered one of the best.
Yeah.
And you dump it in the bitch for a fucking day. You scrub it with a shitty toothbrush that you should have thrown away, and you're good.
Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, I finally got the varnish, so I can make sure my.
Oh, you got matte?
Yeah, I got matte varnish.
That's what I didn't do, and I feel dumb because I've looked at some of my old pictures and went, "Oh, your ass chipping." Cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep Sage from making those newbie mistakes.
Yeah.
Apparently, a very fun tip is doing a gloss varnish because it protects better, and then over that, doing a matte. And then, as soon as your thing starts to get shiny, you know you need to reapply the matte varnish.
That's actually a fun fucking tip. I've never heard that one. There we go.
One thing that I'm looking forward to painting, in high school, we had a 3D printer, and we could pay them like $250 to print something. This bitch was somehow a single print, and it didn't fail. It's a big, just Cthulhu dice tower.
Nice.
Gorgeous.
And I still need to sand it and then paint the fuck out of it because.
Don't forget a primer.
Well, yeah, I got a fuck ton of that. I was dumb and bought the Citadel shit. God, that shit's expensive.
Army painter or with primer, you could go with wall primer.
Wall primer, baby. I'm probably gonna buy more fucking Citadel. I ran out of black doing your things because Mason has also been using it. Luckily, they did get more in the store, which I'll be buying at some point. But
Two by two.
Welcome back.
See.
Yeah.
If you have a tiny mini that you don't really care for, I collect minis painted by other people. I have a little display bubble for them so they don't get dusty.
I will find one when there's some painted boys in this bitch.
By the way, the miniature I gave you, lady, obviously does not have the varnish. So you'll need to get that varnished.
That'll get in.
Because I did not buy the varnish until today.
Here's some boys that'll be very clear that they are chipped as fuck in some places. Actually,
Welcome
very
back.
clearly.
Welcome back.
We have an orc boy.
Nice.
Very much chipped, as you can see, but he's one of the first ones. He came in like a little learn how to paint kit. So.
Yeah.
he's a very simple boy, as with this wonderful night boy.
Ooh, he's
Mhm.
cool.
Very nice. All right. Give me R's, by the way, when everyone's back, so I know when we are good to go.
This boy's not that chipped, which I'm quite happy with, because I was quite happy with how this other orc boy came out.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Very
It's
nice.
a
I
good
like the
orc
skulls.
man.
Very nice.
He's cool as shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat your ass. I love it. I have so many miniatures that are just
Rad.
sitting in here. Yo, that's pretty rad.
My
Raid.
E.
What if I just stay
Rated.
as just blurry Ethan for just the rest of time? This is
Main?
me. This is exactly how I look in real life.
Blurry Ethan.
I mean, if I didn't have my glasses on, you're not
They're all-
wrong. They'll add an extra layer of
wearing
blur.
glasses.
I was gonna say, I'm like,
Add like
Get-
maybe 2 layers of blur, even. Yeah.
Right?
Play dummies. This is just how I look.
Yeah, no, I'm blind as a bat. Any which ways, we're at 5. We need one more R. There we go. Okay. Badie.
Yeah.
All right. So to the mirror you go. Yes, yes, maybe so. My goodness, it's doing the lag again. Weird.
Through the lag and the flames.
Maybe it's because I have light turned on in this map. No, I don't. Okay. Any which ways. You guys make your way back. Then nope, that's weird. Let's see. This is the normal marching order. There we go. So you guys make your way back down to the vaults within the morning, having achieved a delicious breakfast and a long rest and all that good stuff. Make sure to hit your long rest macro button on your selection window if you haven't done so already, because that will restore all of your uses and whatnot. Yep. There's 3 doors within the vault. One to the west, one to the east, and one to the south. The south one appears to be the one that leads to the mirror. If you guys want to be spicy, you guys could snoop, but that is snooping.
I think we're on enough thin ice as it is with
Yeah.
Link's behavior, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my ear up to this door, the
Alright.
southbound door,
Roll me a perception check.
just to see if there's anything in there.
Yeah.
I could have sworn that you were about to go. I think Ron Thin Ice goes into one of the side doors. I thought that's where that was going.
Alright. As you begin to listen at the door, all's pretty quiet. You do hear an ever so gentle whooshing sound from within.
A whooshing sound.
Yeah.
A
Like
whooshing
a
sound.
wind kind of rustling through between 2 buildings.
There appears to be a bit of a draft behind this door. I'm going to open the door.
Alright. You do have the key, so that works out for you.
Opens the door.
Mm.
You open the door to reveal a simple stone chamber with tiled, decorated stonework floors and rather basic, thick, bricked stone walls. What's interesting, though, is in the center of the chamber is a large black metal mirror. The mirror itself is made from some almost grayish, purplish, blackish, crystalline substance. You don't know what it is just from glancing at it, but it doesn't give a reflection of you, but a reflection of this chamber. Smaller in nature, but very similar. You'd also see that beneath the mirror is a white glowing sigil circle forming around it, with a candle at each cardinal point lit with a small flame.
If I wasn't already concerned about Aldern,
this is fine.
I would be now from the man having just an entire room for one really spooky mirror.
Yeah, I was already suspicious of nobility, but this just seals the deal.
Are you guys friends with this man? Because that's what I'm under the interpretation. I mean, he did sell his family
We
from
went
going
on
to a
hunt
spooky
with him.
mirror. I'm not quite sure on this man.
We went on a hunt with him. He sponsored our village a bit. He seems like an honestly nice man, but I mean, everybody's got some skeletons in the closet. This man just has a very large dark mirror
Okay,
with probably skeletons in it.
I can't say that I have skeletons in mine. Is that
It's a
just a
thing.
thing?
That's it. It's a saying. People.
We
It's
don't. Yes, it's not a literal skit. It's more of.
Oh, it
guilt
seems
has
literal
to
right
be-
now.
Okay, well, I mean, this one probably. Let's just go into the fucking computer.
I'm unsure about this man, but if you guys think he's okay, I'm okay.
Having concerns. This definitely feels like we could get trapped here for all eternity.
It's alright,
And-
Vinny.
Oh, Sage.
Yes.
Dravgi strength drain.
Hmm.
Does it cure like a point naturally per day, or
Oh yeah, they had the. Let me go check. Yeah, shadows. Shadows. Strength drain.
Tim also has it?
The reduction lasts until the target finishes a short or long rest. Look at that. So yeah, Tim and Dravgi, your strength damage has been restored.
Oh,
So many.
wonderful.
Alright, which means, Tim, your strength has been restored to 10, and yours has been restored to 16 for Dravgi. Just thinking if anyone else, I need to fix their strength
18 for
score.
Dravgi.
18 for Dravgi. I'll have to update your stat sheet on the overlay then. I have it listed 16 right now, so I'll fix that.
Oh.
Alright,
I'm
everything else.
strong boy after level 4, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man, if the shadows ever went for Yorville or Clink, that'd be a quick death.
Yes. Yes.
Just looking at your 8, I'm like, that's a low number.
we all realized that instantly, Sage.
Yep.
That you can two-shot 2 of our party
Yep.
members.
All right.
Mhm.
Well, with that spooky
Mini-
note, there's a spooky mirror for you.
Minnie, darling, I think I've
Yeah,
got
there
you.
sure
I've
is,
got the
Sage.
dagger,
There sure
got the
fucking
dagger.
is.
and I got healing, and I'll take care of you in there. I will if you take care of me, and we can get through this together, I promise.
Alright, but like, we're just gonna go in there. We're not even gonna like ask him like how he got out, or
Link, you were talking to him for a while. Did you?
I didn't know he ever like went in there.
yeah, he went in there, and
Yeah.
apparently his brothers are still in there.
I think from what the ghost said is that you have to make a deal with the heart. And he made a deal, he said with the person, but it sounds like with the heart too. I don't know, to get out. And I think that's the predicament we're in, is that you either have to kill them or make a deal.
Well, we do have that knife.
Yeah.
VV's bardic inspiration didn't reset with the rest button.
So
No,
are
I'll
we
fix
gonna
that.
just,
It-
like,
It did,
challenge
yeah.
it
I have
in
6,
Poker?
I think. 4 or 6. We could. If it's Feywild rules, we could. I don't know if it is though. It's a pocket
I-
dimension.
I mean, who's to say that we couldn't try it? We could just. The only thing is we'd have to have a reasonable collateral, I suppose.
That's the hard thing, is that you free
I don't
all of
have-
us, or some or one of us gives something that we don't really want to give. And in these kind of situations, they know what means something most to you, and they will wait until you offer it or give you nothing.
I mean, if he just wants
So they're assholes.
family. Well, I mean, if it just wants family, we could give him other ones. Heck, I
So
think
do we just like
the whole
supposed to walk in?
I guess.
Well, he
Clink
said
will pull
um,
out a goblin berry from his bucket.
Before anyone touches anything, I'm going to inspect around, make sure it is not, like, I don't know, unstable or anything like that.
Give me an investigation check.
And I guidance it.
Oh, thank you. 14.
14.
Can I also use my predict success?
You could, but that is the first one for the day, so keep that in mind. If you want to use that
We're
so
gonna have a
early.
long day. We're gonna have a long day.
You're right. We're gonna have a long day.
Because every time you use those, you might get a curse if you use it beyond the
you're right.
first, so. Early day. With the 14, though, looking around the mirror, it's certainly stable. It doesn't look like, unless you use a lot of force, so you're a strong individual and push it over, that it will break or shatter or otherwise fall over. But you already noticed that the mirror is already broken. There's parts of the mirror that near the bottom, where the crystalline glass-like substance has been shattered off, and you can tell from the dagger that is the piece that has been shattered.
Right, I
The mirror
see.
still looks to be reflecting into this other realm.
Do you think maybe we could get another shard from the mirror? If we just poke it and prod a little bit? Somebody that's got nimble
We would
fingers?
likely risk it breaking, or they already would have.
Okay.
Clink is going to toss the berry at the mirror.
Barry shoots through the mirror, and you can see from the reflection of the other side, the berry lies there.
Oh, Minnie darling, it'll be
going to
okay.
suck.
The berry then morphs into the ground and
Oh.
disappears.
Morphs into the ground?
Like the ground opens up, turning into some form of liquid, and the berry just sinks in.
Did everyone else see that? That's not
Shit,
good.
That
They
was
did.
that was terrifying.
They did say that things might become a part of its world. Perhaps that also mainly applies to inanimate things that are left unattended to.
I certainly hope so. I hope it doesn't mean just anything that goes in there.
Well, Clink cannot touch the ground. Good luck, the rest of you.
Oh, let's just get started.
Are we?
There's we don't
Clink is
have.
going to guidance Dravki since he's going in first.
I think we don't have too much of an option otherwise. We stick close together. Actually, hold on, real quick idea. Dravki's gonna take out his rope. Let's stick together. Let us stay very close.
Do we want to like make a tie to the other side, or?
I'm thinking at least we stick. I think tying to the other side is not going to work. I think we just tie ourselves together so we stick together. No splitting off. No fuckery.
All right.
Okay.
Dravki is gonna give a good there's 6 of us. I don't have you hit rope. There's
Okay,
only
so
like 5
saving
foot of
throw.
slack in between us.
I picture saving throws are going to happen, so Clink is actually going to bless. One second.
Spend some time, rope all of us up. What do we want the chain to be? Since this is now a rope chain of folks.
I'm right next to you.
Forced marching order, fellas.
Mm-hmm.
I say Minnie will take the back, and then have. No, wait, actually have Tim take back.
I do be a ranged boy.
So like that.
To be a ranged boy. Alright. Yep. There's only about 5 feet of slack for anybody, I believe, is how math kind of works with having 50 feet of rope. So you can get as most, that far from somebody, which does mean my origin bonus is offline right now for anyone farther than Yorville. Because other than that, I'll just yank. This-
Klink is going to cast Bless on the first 3 people going in.
This will be fine. All right, everybody. It was fantastic knowing all of you if this goes poorly.
All right. As Drovki walks in, you see them enter into the other side of the mirror. Their form, the reflection is almost that of a smaller Drovki, like he has shrunk in size. But he's there, looking around. Seems to be a similar room to this one, though instead of the door going to be north of you, it's actually south of you. And the room is much, much smaller for you, Drovki. Did anyone else follow in?
Yep, right after.
We're all doing this.
All right. So you all push your way forward. I'm going to copy your tokens.
Yep.
This
Conga
is
line, baby.
Oh shit. I just realized that I did not fog of war this map. Let me go fix
Oh.
that real quick.
Actively praying that the rope was a good idea, but if it fucks us, we've got sharp items. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
Don't worry about it. Alright, for ease, I'm just gonna do this. You guys are ziggy-zag now.
Oh, spooky.
Okay.
Alright. As one by one you push through the mirror, you feel a cold sensation wash over you as if you've been walking through an ice-cold shower. You see within this chamber, the walls themselves move and then writhe as if they're living organisms just trapped within the walls themselves. You look behind you, the mirror stands there, bound in chains, almost identical to the one that you left behind, though this one is not shattered. You can see from its reflection the chamber that you left. The only source of light that comes from the mirror itself. Otherwise, the chamber is pitch black.
Klink is going to grab a torch from Drovki's bag and light it.
Alright. The torch lights up, but the light is not as much as you were hoping.
Vivi will assist with the cantrip dancing lights amongst our party.
Alright, and that gives essentially torch strength light.
Unsure.
I'm pretty sure it gives torch light, so. Alright. So, your light has been provided. Light sources within this area have been reduced by half of their normal strength.
Why did light sources need strength?
Oh,
It's, like a 20-foot radius torch is now 10-foot radius torch. Essentially. That's what I mean by strength. But that is what you find as you enter the chamber. And there's a door south. Well, a door is a strong word. It's more of an opening. Like a rift within the wall that seems to be like inky black shadow. Almost like a curtain of black water. Just like flowing along it. You can tell it's a doorway. It's closed, but it is a doorway. Quotations added.
First things first, Klink is gonna start taking his own vitals just to make sure he is okay. 30!
I mean, other than the ever-increasing panic that's settling in, you're physically fit. You have no known mental trauma that I'm aware of.
Okay, Klink thinks we should go forward before Klink goes backwards.
I'm still loading the map,
Oh, yeah.
so
Oh.
I'll gladly guide them. Just keep me posted. I'm kind of just at 15 out of 23.
All right. remember, ziggy zag this way. All right. So, you see the door before you. Would you like to walk through it? I don't really know how it works, so...
Sure. Dropkey would love to walk through the inky black. This is just a Dark Souls-like fog door, isn't it? I'm just gonna step through, and there's just gonna be Omnath, this destroyer of everything. Something
All
I
right.
don't know, dude.
As you push your way through the door, you feel like the doorway itself is grasping upon you, like thousands of skeletal hands just like clawing at your skin, just trying to hold you steady. But it is an effort to push through, but you do push through.
That's comfy. That's great.
You know, they're just giving you hugs.
Yeah.
Any which ways, you would find yourself in a room very similar to the one that you left behind with Eugenia, the ghost. Though this room itself is almost on a different level, where the color itself has been drained. There's no, like, light, no life, no contrasting colors here. It's just gray, black, white. You can see the shelves here, unlike the ones that you left, are disused. They are heavily laden in dust. The bottles, like empty bones, litter the floor, the shelves, the tables. They are implements of torture rather than those of old and ancient weapons meant to be reclaimed to their former glory. You can see that there is a set of stairs leading up to your left as you enter the chamber. There's a door to the west, which is on your right. Perhaps leading to the prison, or perhaps different, for this area already seems somewhat different than the one that you were previously in. Also,
Try disconnecting and reconnecting to see if that helps.
yeah. If you're like actively just stuck and not gaining any traction, it's probably the bug for this particular version of map tools. We have to full on DC map tools entirely and then reload it back up.
By DC, do you mean like a close?
Close map tools entirely.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We'll see what loading back in does for me
Mhm.
if not, because yeah, it's hard to move around your maps without being in your maps.
It's fair. It's fair.
The House of what a wonderful name.
Mm-hmm.
Good book series, or at least it's okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of closing. Reopening. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah,
It's all good.
I'm
It's
gonna
okay.
be on that boat too.
I'm taking this time in between to shop for new backpack because mine's falling apart.
Hmm.
I've had it for like 8 years.
All right.
Sir, me.
When you have loaded, just put an E in chat. Just so I know when everyone's fully ready to continue. Gotta keep them spooky vibes going.
Your spooky vibe.
Trust me, if I didn't have just Capri Suns, I'd be scared out of my boots. But luckily, for me, I've got Capri Suns not sponsored.
Nice. Buy yourself a juice box.
It's great. Oh yeah, this place sucks. Okay. oh yeah. This is just wonderful. Hey, at least everything is blue instead of gray. It's slightly better. This aura just does not help moods. Yes.
One, two, three, four, five, six. Excellent. Everyone is loaded. So, you find yourself within a chamber very similar to the one you previously left. And as previously described.
Ugh. Well, this is horrid. Do we even want to check the prison cells?
Yeah. See, I mean, this is a bad guy, right?
What?
So
This
the enemy of our enemy is our friend.
we'll see how well that works out. Okay, yeah, no, I mean that does track. I'm concerned for other reasons.
All right. As you push forward into the room, Tim, you notice the rope has gone slack. You look behind you, and the rope's cut.
We didn't do a rope through the door. It was
Oh,
just
okay.
us. It was
I
just
see.
keeping us,
That
so
is
it
good
was
to
totally
know.
not
Then you do not notice that
yet.
you've now just been fully trapped.
Okay, cool.
That's something we'll get to later.
Yeah, we'll get there later.
We'll get
Figure
to that
that out.
later.
We'll figure it
It's-
out.
You know, the rope was because she talked about like shifting rooms, and I'm like, well,
Mhm.
fuck that.
Yeah.
The buddy system applies now.
Yes.
Well, we wanted to check out the prison cells down here.
All right.
This
Oh.
train's the goofiest thing.
It is.
Feel free to move your tokens going forward. I'm just going to be focusing on revealing
Okay.
stuff. There's a door, air quotes, right here.
It'll probably be a bit easier if we just
Use
party
Dravi as a marker, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And then we
Well,
can just fill in the line when we have to catch up.
Also, feel free to not snap to grid. This map is not designed for a grid.
I was sort
Sadly.
of noticing that.
Yeah. I'll just,
Like,
I'll just
that's
do that
a
for you
real
guys.
Small staircase here.
There you
Yeah,
go.
okay, cool.
All right.
Can Clink take syringes from this house?
I have different gripes with taking anything from this house.
Yeah, let's not.
I'm still pretty wigged out about the whole
If this is a
like
mirror,
Faye taking us thing, so I don't want to test that theory.
if this is a mirror world, then for all we know, there is another spirit in there who will also be very pissed.
All right. As you open up the doorway, you see before you 6 5-foot square alcoves branching off a 30-foot hallway. Within each stands a 6-foot tall sarcophagus of the same shadowy substances the walls and floors of this chamber are made from. You can see, strangely enough, at the base of the doorway are bones. Not like just random bones. Specifically, bones of toes and fingers. They're placed there,
Berry.
almost like an offering of sorts.
Let's just shut the door. We're gonna fucking turn around.
No.
We're just gonna. Nope, we're good.
There's it is.
Going to train back this way.
Okay.
We. One of you sees that and does just.
Fair.
Nope. We don't need that in our lives.
All right.
I think we're good. Everyone in agreement's good. Okay.
Minnie is just very carefully watching where she steps, and it's just like keeping an eye on Clink so he doesn't touch anything.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna shucky ducky you guys to the upper area. Also, if you guys ever have any issues, just putting it out there. There is the red light, raise hand, green light. You can also DM me, all that good stuff. This is spoopy season, so
Sage, it is February.
is it
We're
February
just
though?
really behind schedule.
Okay. That is that's a little too accurate.
All right, we're just gonna do that for you.
I am delighted and spookified.
Excellent.
Clink is not touching the ground.
Well, that's nice because unfortunately, you don't
Oh,
have
no, no.
wing
Sorry.
movements to fly in certain locations. Stairwell is one of those. Your wingspan is too big to actually fly within the hallway here.
That's what Mini's for.
There you go.
But you would
Into the
then
clink pouch.
be... You can't, because... Oh, wait, actually... Oh, no, we did space that correctly. Ah, very nice.
You guys did. Yeah, fortunately. All right. As you rise up to the stairs, you can see that the stairwell opens up into the same shadowy stuff walls that were down below in the basement. A simple hallway of sorts leading westwards and somewhat southwards, but overall, it's really hard to see. Even with your dark vision, things here are hard to fully locate, fully discern what they are. In essence, your dark vision is also reduced.
And dancing lights. I'll keep doing that.
Mm-hmm. They are providing those who do not have dark vision light, so they are very helpful.
I think we discussed that everyone has dark vision, right?
I don't think Vivi has
most
dark
of us
vision.
do.
And I don't... Minnie is an Asmar, so they have dark vision. You're Clink, so you... I think Tim doesn't, Vivi doesn't, and Minnie doesn't. Or, no, Vivi
for
doesn't.
my origin bonus.
Origin bonus, okay, so it's just Vivi then, to my knowledge.
Yeah.
So dancing lights. They're helpful.
Okay.
Hey, it's... Hey, seeing without using dark vision is still preferable to having to use dark vision.
Dark vision does limit discernibility for certain things. You need light sources to be able to tell certain aspects of an item. So if you're like, look at that door over there, it's got weird intricate patterns on it. With dark vision, you're like, there's a door over there. With light, that door has a symbol of a face on it, and that face is screaming. You know, there's a difference between dark and light sources, so. But
Okay.
you can see, as you enter into the hallway, there is a door heading in the southern corridor, right here on the wall. There's also a door here. And then there's something that gives you some pause. Also, apparently I forgot to mark that on my DM view. There's a door here as well. We gotta draw that so I don't forget about it. But the thing that gives you pause would be almost tendrils or vein-like substances growing from the wall here. It's concerning. If you've watched the show Stranger Things, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, Google Stranger Thing tentacles. You're good to go.
I'd like to say that might be where the heart is.
Yeah, if I had to guess.
Not our goal right now. We need to find the spooky man, right?
Yeah, we need to find this.
You're muted, Ethan. Your beard's in your way. It's supposed to be
Hello,
okay.
mustache brother.
Okay. Any which ways, if you haven't guessed it by now, my Shadowfell is very heavily based off of Stranger Things Shadowfell.
The upside down.
The Upside Down, yeah. It's basically the same thing. Wow. I mean, it had some other instances before that show came out, but then when that show came out, I was like, this is exactly how I pictured it. Since the beginning. Here we go. I can give visual reference now.
So, you're not just ripping it off.
Yeah, no. Not just ripping it off.
Still gonna give you crap.
Yeah, I mean, the Feywild's got a bit of ripoff, because I also base that heavily off of Alice in Wonderland.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know which I dislike one now. Okay. Well, eeny, meeny, miny, fuck that. Let's try the... Or, okay.
Also,
Does
there's the
any-
visual representation. You can see
Does
that.
anyone remember the way through alternate side? I, Ethan, don't. And Dravgi also probably... He's not been in the house that long.
Yorba would probably remember.
Well, the issue here is that the house that you're in is not an exact replica. So it might be helpful. Like,
I mean, so far it's just reversed, right?
yeah,
Like, this is
it's
still
a
looking
little reversed.
familiar.
It's like somewhat reversed. There's certain rooms that you're like, well, that seems like a possibly the dining room, maybe, or not that room. The room here might be the dining room. Because this seems to be the large central area where the courtyard is and the reading and dining room where it was. So, and this is the hallway that you guys were walking around with that being the door. But if it is opposite, then the door out would be on this side. So, this place is weird, man.
Do we go to the tendrils and figure out what that is for sure? Or
Or do
keep
we
going
avoid
and
it this way?
assume what it is? 'Cause I don't know if
Uh,
it'd be that easy to find the heart.
From what I've gathered, we were supposed to avoid the heart until we were about to leave.
And or yeah, we're ready since if it knows.
there are reasons for us to stay longer than destroying heart?
Well, don't we need to find the
Brothers?
Well, I guess if
Maybe.
we destroy it, it'll all get let out.
Not in a
but
good way, it'll
there's-
be destroyed.
I thought that it was we destroy the prison and then everything else it gets spat out somewhere.
We don't want it being spat out into
We
our
just-
plane,
Right.
and it quite possibly might. We don't know the rules if it sends back to its home plane, or where this mirror specifically is held, which is our home.
Feels like we are underprepared for this and that we should go left.
That's what I was saying.
All right.
That's what I was like. Are we going in now? Okay.
Okay, yeah, no, let's. And by left you mean south, right? Yes. Left relative to where we're headed.
Yes.
I assume that's what you mean.
Mhm.
Cool.
All right. You can see that the hallway continues further south and curves out of view. And there is a door here, and, just can't really see much further beyond that. You can give me a perception check, though.
I would absolutely love to. Percent. 18.
Hmm.
Just had to one up you.
Okay. Well, thanks.
You did great, brother.
Is Tim's dark vision in here?
Dark vision is
Oh,
halved in here.
Minnie is closing her eyes right now.
I'm not here. I'm not here. Happy place. Rolling
Yeah.
dice, gambling.
Yeah. For Clink and Drovgi, as you're moving forward along the corridor here, beyond this door, you'd actually hear voices. I'm just seeing if they would speak a different language than common in this particular instance. Let's see here. Okay. In the common tongue, you would hear the following. I'm telling you, Trachis, this plan will work. Will end Nikasor. Believe me, this time tomorrow, this will work. I mean, the heart still thinks we're here. Won't mind if we leave behind the puppets and just casually walk on through. I don't know, Elenata. Last time we tried such a plan, the heart was just toying with us. Let us go through the hallways, seemingly unaware. But the last moment it pulled us back, sunk us through the floor, and well, I don't remember if you recall, but we were trapped in here for about, was it a month? It was about a month. Oh, but this time is different. Bacchus, this time, we have already laid the crumb, so to speak. There's no keyhole. This time, all we need do is cast this one spell, and Heart will have no idea. But you just said that what we need to do. Oh, I didn't specify the spell specifically. I I still don't know. But let's just try it then, you know? Go wrong. Another month being holed up here. It's not like we don't have an eternity trapped here until this heart dies. Or we make a deal with. We're not making a deal with it. It was just an offering, you know.
Let's go in.
Brother, I think I'm going to make a blood mistake, but I think I'm going to go through the door.
Alright, fine.
I think it could be useful. They seem like they might aside, or this is a trap, so get ready to fight in case it's not. Dravgi's gonna... He's gonna knock on the door and then open it to try not to spook them.
Knock on the door. It's not so much a knock as a... It's liquid. It's nasty.
Oh, that sucked.
Oh,
Is the
that's
door
so
openable, or is it just step-throughable?
It's step throughable.
Okay.
Ah.
Dravgi's going to go in sticking out the hammer first, just as a sort of like a glowy red slight warning.
Okay.
Ugh.
I step through after him.
Well, you guys are still tied, so you have to step through in a line, unfortunately.
So, question.
Yes.
Uh,
No, you're still tied, so you'd actually be there too.
Okay, I thought it was behind.
you were behind me.
Oh, you were. Okay. That's on me then. You would be there. And then we're good. Okay.
Did the thing, water, sticky stuff look like sticky?
It didn't, like, stick to it, like it wasn't painted onto your hand. It was more of like it clinged to it as it touched, and then kind of like released as you pulled back.
Okay, Clink uses a blanket as a umbrella as he goes under.
Alright. But as
So
you
when he-
push into the chamber, Dravgi and Yorville, the first two to enter, you would see that there is a large table that occupies the center of this room with maps and tattered books strewn about its surface. Along the walls, makeshift mannequins are peppered with arrows and slashes as though they were used for target practice. As you look to your left and your right, you would see two figures ready to pounce, weapons at the ready, but would pause as they recognize you. They were like full on. They already took the step forward, ready to do a charge attack on you. Elinata, you can see, is holding what appears to be a magical scepter, holding a purple crystal at its core, while Trakus is holding a comma attached to a chain with a spiked ball at the end that he's currently swinging.
Hello there.
You are not what I was expecting.
I wasn't expecting to hear common down here either, honestly, so... We can be fair in that. I didn't want to spook you. I tried to knock. New here. Gross, but hence why I wanted to go in, obviously, with the hammer. We don't mean you harm. We do, although, probably have a shared an enemy in Nikosor, if what I heard correct.
At that, she'll lower her weapon.
How you didn't hear me clinking around is beyond me, but we heard.
Oh, I heard. I just assumed you were, more of its tricks. Quite often.
So you two could have been a trick. I was half assuming that as well.
We could have, yes. But it's good to have allies here. It's just been Trakus and I for the longest time now.
Let me train
Stick to the common tongue, by the way.
the others. we're just gonna train in the rest of them.
Okay.
Oh goodness.
I know you like to walk while you talk, but brother, please.
I,
Why are you doing this ridiculous chain?
I was told that the rooms could be shifty and things could change, and after hearing that apparently you two slipped down into the floor, I'm feeling very proud of myself for thinking up of the old
Just
climbers rope.
gonna look at Trachis. Trachis gonna look at Elenata. Why didn't we think of this? I don't know, to be honest.
To be fair, I'm concerned about what happens when we get into combat, but just like a centipede tank, it'll be fine.
That sounds kind of cool, to be honest. You know, like a centipede demon, just like grrr,
I mean,
nod.
if all of us were in full plate mail with spiked shields and spears, it might not be as bad. But that's just me, and no.
Anyways, you mentioned you share a common enemy. Nikasaur, what do you know of them?
We know of Aldern Foxglove and the deal he has made with him. His town is currently being plagued, and we presume it's being seeped from the mirror.
So what Nikasaur did worked then.
What do you
Interesting.
mean what Nikasaur did?
Yeah,
do you mean by
return
that?
question. What do you know?
What we gathered, he made a deal with the heart. He has brought his people under its influence. They are bound to the plane now, as long as the heart lives. We feed from them. Tried to get the others to join us, but it was... well... we are the only two who survived our little rebellion.
Y'all sound very powerful for getting out of that sticky situation then. That's good.
More of lucky, but, Nikasaur is not one to be trifled with. He led our people for a time. Tried
Did
to
you
free
see
us.
some
Oh, go ahead.
mass message? Does that mean we should just kill the heart and get out of here? Via message.
You guys can respond to that message.
What do you mean? I don't think so.
I'm waiting for more responses, if any.
Seems like it's quiet.
You are muted, Ryan.
Oh, that would do it.
I'm honestly not quite sure what it is exactly we're in here for.
I think we came in here to find directions, more or less.
I mean, that seems like a really extreme way to get direction.
All right.
Do you need
listen.
healthcare?
Blink, blink.
I'll
Quite honest, the plane here, the heart, keeps us healthy enough. No need for food, drink. Don't age. No real disease that I'm aware of. It likes to keep us healthy enough so that it might play with its toys.
Clink tosses them a dinner roll they stole from breakfast.
To look at it,
A dinner roll from breakfast.
it sinks into the table. Yeah, it does that here.
You didn't catch.
I wasn't sure if you were throwing a bomb, to be honest. Still not sure if you're not an illusion, sent by the heart.
I can
Um,
guarantee you Clink is not. Neither are the rest of us.
Was that what the illusion would say?
Oh.
But now that you're not helping.
Clink
I
has
wasn't trying to be
band-aids he can
helpful.
give you. And he like tries to like wiggle forward but is stuck in the ropes.
Well, we've spoken of Foxglove and the deal that he made with Nikasaur, but what else do you know of him? Why do you fight him?
We
Or-
fight to help it down, and it's people to not die and turn into shadows.
Exactly, for the town. It's got great sickness on it that are turning into shadows that are destroying further. We fight for the common people to live.
She'll nod. Dracus will look at her, look to you guys. His glowing yellow eyes peering beneath his plague doctor mask.
And also, there's these kids that are trapped in the forest, and we really, really, really need to find. After that, my hometown is getting really, really fucked up. There's some disease there that's coming out from the woods, and tree's sick, and I really want to take care of that. So there's a list of agendas, and this came from. We really got to get on it. That's why we really want to talk.
Well, in that case, we can certainly help with your assault against Nikasor. I wouldn't be so quick yet.
Clink
We can
has
help,
realized-
but we need some assurances that you are truly here to take down Nikasor. Tell me, what are your views of the Ruby Queen?
Oh,
Do I know? Wait.
Oh,
Clink
who?
likes rubies.
The who?
Can I make a check about
Religion
this?
check. The Ruby Queen.
Travi will just look at his brother. I'm not rolling. There's no way.
What are your
I'm rolling.
lores, Clink and Yorville? I will provide you insight, Vivian, in a moment. Natural 20, hot damn.
You have a list of my lores.
Yeah, I think the same. for
You're right,
me.
I do have your lores on my... I keep forgetting. Your guys' group, I put your lores on my DM notes for ease of access.
Thanks, Sage.
Damn, Tim and Vivi rolling nat 20s.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
Damn indeed.
Okay, and neither of your lores will apply. What about Tim's? Because that might boost yours above to the next tier. No. Okay. And you still haven't fully determined all your lores, right, Vivi?
I think I have.
Okay, let me go look at those real quick then.
I do have a +3 to religion, so that's a thing.
Yeah. Alright, yours would not apply, but you also hit the DC of the basic information, as has Tim. So, the two of you, as you hear the name the Ruby Queen, provide you with knowledge that this being is one of the Shadowfell, but also one of the material. They are a queen bound in darkness who gained their throne through war and bloodshed. They bound themselves to the Shadowfell and their bloodline to it, creating, at least, so some of their faithful scriptures say, you don't know if that's true or not, creating the first vampires.
Ooh.
She, the Ruby Queen, known to some as Callisto, offers only the worthiest of her followers immortality through a bonding of blood and death. It is those adherents to her that can attain this gift. It is also known that this particular individual rules her kingdom within the Shadowfell with an iron fist. And many such individuals of the Shadowfell, the fetchlings, the people that live within, rebel against her, often resulting in, well, put it lightly, many unnecessary deaths. For your guys' knowledge, she is a patron.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, a patron of the Shadowfell. Cult of the
Well,
Ruby Queen.
She's got quite a story that I've heard of. I'm from a different land than here than there. But, I mean, she doesn't sound like she's got the greatest methods. So that's kind of how I think about her. Nothing too strong, but that she could be a bit nicer on the way that she handles her. I do agree. Tim?
She's looking at Tim now. And you? I sense recognition in your eyes as well. Muted.
Am I muted? Hello?
You're good.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't really know anything other than what Vivi said, but they're trouble. They violate the natural order of things.
Notable nod. Very well. As you look over the maps on the table, give me a cartographer's intelligence check.
Who?
For Clink.
I
Clink is doing that.
do not have proficiency.
All right. These maps are very weird. There's markings on them that obscures a lot of things. You're not sure if certain parts of it are intentional, as it looks like ink stains have just been splotched over many portions of the map, just having a giant black pool on certain areas. Maybe it's supposed to be a lake, maybe it's supposed to be something else. You're not quite sure. What you can tell is this is almost a reflection, like a reverse image of the Elser Vale. Save for the splotches, which are very strange and out of place. Like, you have no idea what those mean.
Okay.
From that, though. Very well. I'll provide you some insight, then. Nikasor, as I said earlier, was once our commander. Led us in rebellion against the Ruby Queen, and her kin. Until she trapped us within a prison, but not before infecting him with her disease.
Oh. So he's a vampire.
Not quite. Ghoul.
Oh.
Blood-touched puppet of sorts. Wasn't worthy of the gift, you see, as she called it. But no. It was clear from that moment that he was no longer worthy of following. His blood had been cursed, his mind altered to that of Ruby Queen's intention. He wanted us to work with her. To bend a knee. Wouldn't have that, no. Not after what she's done. But you people have no issues with fighting against her. No issues with fighting against Nikasor, then we can be allies.
So, Nikasor is the heart, right?
No, not at all. Nikasor is a prisoner. Or was, until he made a deal with the heart.
Now where is he?
He's upstairs. In his chambers. Quite a
What if
quick shot to get to him. The issue is his followers still there. Managed to tie others to his will.
Well,
what
let's go
happened
get
to
him.
explain when we
What-
kill the heart?
What kind of deal did he make?
That I do not know. I was not there in the room when it happened.
Room where
I fucking knew that was gonna happen. in a
Look,
second,
man,
God,
I am a
fuckers.
theater nerd. I got to get my references when I can.
Make better references.
No.
No.
No. No, fair.
Anyways, where was I?
Clink's question.
Yes. Well, thought it would be destroyed. We'd all be released from this prison, including Nikasor. Wherever the mirror lies is where we'll end up. Though, of course, those further from the mirror might suffer some damages as the plane caves in on itself. Could be a way. Speaking of that, though, any such plan should remain in the common tongue. It knows the other languages.
Just not this one.
The common tongue is not the common tongue on the Shadowfell. So,
Makes enough sense.
Aye.
it's more of a
Okay,
material plane thing. So,
So Clink would like to know if wearing rope is good idea.
it could be. We never tried that, to be honest. It looks ridiculous, though.
It feels ridiculous. Again,
It makes
never
Clink
seen it.
itchy.
You see, Dravgi has always walked while he talks, and I'm really regretting that habit of his right now.
I'm gonna give Trachis. Or not Trachis, not
He has been
Narcotic
like
check.
lightly pacing within his like slack range
Mhm.
while they've been talking.
Well, it is possible with the particular nature of the heart that if he can, shift the rooms around as he sees fit, it is possible that the shifting could be localized to an individual within the area, as he shifted the floor beneath us to bring us to another room. It might be done in such a way that it is singular, an individual that is transported. If he can do that, which, for full clarity, I do not know if he can, but if he can, the rope will be meaningless for that individual. They'll simply cut the bounds. Essentially, if he has a teleportation effect, the rope does not do anything.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, if it's just like the floor changes and you guys are get sucked in, everyone's going to go down that train. Unless you guys have enough
Or-
force to keep you guys up.
Yeah, like strength checks just
Yeah.
come down.
But if, you guys do strength checks and he does close the floor up from you, and you're just going to be dangling there like 5 feet off the ground. Whoever actually falls through. So, it might be fine. You might be a pinata. Who knows?
It's fine.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. But, that is an option, though it might leave us in a predicament. For Nikasor will then be with his entire cadre of allies and bodyguards. But he
All right.
will be weakened, as he is further from the exit than we are. I'm sure you came from it, the mere.
Right.
And the heart is just around the corner.
So we could just attack the heart right now and get all of this yeeted out the mirror, and then see Nikasor at the mirror and fight him then.
Yes, it could happen. Though everything within the mirror that is native to it will be removed as the heart's energy is destroyed. If there's anything in here that you might find interesting, worth keeping, that is native to the mirror, well, that will be lost unless it is on your person or in an extra-dimensional space. As I see, you have some of those upon you, some of those bags of holding. And that chest of holding. She motions towards Dravgi's just chest.
It is just sort of chained onto his back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not the sneakiest thing. Aye. It's mainly for food. Aye.
Keep that close. Heart doesn't like food in here.
I can tell. And I feel like maybe this is an offshoot and almost a slight joke here, but honestly, yeah, I think he might change his mind if he ever has any of my wife's cooking.
Is she horrible at cooking?
She's the best.
She's gonna look at Trachis. Trachis is gonna look at her. I don't know how that'd work. No, do I, don't think it would change the heart. Might give him indigestion. Might be.
It's just the heart. How does he have indigestion? The heart is not the digestive tract.
The heart's more of a title. He's more of like a giant plant monster.
It's a big plot.
Oh,
So, like,
So
on your plane, material
Right.
plane, there's a certain beast known as the Trendiculus. No idea.
Uh,
Nature check. You want to
history.
know what that?
Yeah.
Nature for that.
Oh my god!
Oh, damn,
And
Yorville.
once again,
Whoa.
Petrovsky just turns to his brother the second something weird in science comes up.
Yep.
Wait, are you two not from the material plane?
No, not at all. We're from the Shadowfell. As we said, we fought against the Ruby Queen before being trapped in here.
Oh, I don't assume. Things can happen anywhere, really.
Yeah.
It's fair.
Yeah, she kind of points toward the map here. There's a nearby black splotch, which you can see is reminiscent of Denevar. So like near the area of the capital city there of Denevar. That is our home. Eclipse. But, no, it was our home. Before the Ruby Queen put it to the torch. Any which ways, for Yorville, with your knowledge check, a Tendriculus is a creature brought into being through a corruption of nature, often through foul magic that has seeped into the environs for many years. They are beings of corrupted fey origin that have been twisted and just vilified into this mass of plant blighted energy. Sometimes they're created through evil druids who have fallen to the dark side, who wish to see the world rebirthed through death and decay, as that is the only real way, seen through fire, that the world can be truly reborn. Or perhaps they're just, feeling a little spicy that evening. Who knows the real heart of evil druids? You certainly don't. But what you do know is that the Tendriculus are, well, huge-sized plant creatures that house many tentacles and a deep gnashing maw. The tentacles and the bite can both grab individuals, so on hit they grapple you. Additionally, the bite causes paralysis. The creature can swallow whole its individuals. It is immune to acid and regenerates HP, meaning that unless a specific damage type is applied to it, even if you do bring it to 0, it will just come back to life. Just keep coming back. From your knowledge, with a 24 natural 20, I'll provide you that the Tendriculus is vulnerable to bludgeoning or fire for purposes of regeneration. It's not vulnerable to the damage type, it just means that those will negate its regeneration for the round, if you do either of those damage types. That said, the heart is not technically a Tendriculus. You do not know how much information that she's providing, or that you have knowledge of the Tendriculus, will transfer over.
Brother, odds are we're gonna be really good about that. It's can't regrow lost limbs if they're just crushed instead of severed, and cannot do that if they are burned off either. So.
Oh. Does that still apply to yours, or?
I do not know if the heart is truly weak against. We have tried cutting it, we have tried sapping it with magical energy, it's just bounces off, really. It kind of puts us in timeout, to be honest. Like we're naughty school children, kicking over a tower or something. It's a little demeaning, but we've done no real damage to it, I'm afraid. Don't even know how to kill it.
Well, good news is fire is my default strategy anyways, so we're gonna find out really quickly.
Other good news, we might have a way to actually kill it.
Clink is going to insight check these people real quick.
Go ahead.
Can I? Yeah, I'm also
Just-
gonna.
Wants to guesstimate how selfish they would be. How desperate they are for what their plans are, type thing.
You can tell just by looking at the two of them. Elunata specifically, Trachis less so. He looks to be just kind of like chilling. Like he seems to be with Elunata purely out of loyalty and not out of trust in the plans that she's been making. Elunata, however, looks frazzled. There's definitely bags under her eyes. She looks like she hasn't slept in weeks. It looks like she's desperate for anything that can get her out of here, that can kill Nikasor and end the issue that has befallen their team. She doesn't seem to be at all siding with the heart in any way.
Well, good news. We'd probably have a way to kill the heart.
That changes things then, if you know how to kill it. I would keep that to yourself for now, just in case.
Oh, aye.
You still haven't fully tested Common Tongue. This is our first real trial.
Oh.
But we don't think it understands. I mean, it's a more recent language, so...
He fucking blue screens Drovgy at the thought that it's a more recent language. like he just... he fucking flatlines.
Yeah, no, that tells you how old these motherfuckers are, how long they've been in here.
He is just like...
Alright.
What?
On that moment... Well, I think that leaves us two options then. Go for the heart or go for Nikasor and then the heart.
Well, I'll remain sort of snapping back into it. We believe Nikosor is plaguing our town because of a deal Aldern made and isn't keeping. Slash also with the heart. We don't know the exact details. We don't know if we just need to kill him or kill him and the heart.
Well, I can tell you this much. You're not leaving this place until the heart is destroyed or you make a deal with it.
Well,
So even
without
if you
being
do
able
kill
to, like,
Nikasor, you're trapped.
set up a trap in the other realm, Clink thinks it's not really worth it to wait to kill other person. Like, we're taking out two people, or is that a you thing?
We're going for Nikasor, regardless. Unless you guys can convince her otherwise to join you for the heart. As an added character, I'm going to provide you some insight, though. If you go for the heart, it's going to be just an instant boss battle right after your long rest you just achieved. It could work fairly well. You guys will have everything that is inside from the knowledge you've gained. The further away they are from the exit, the more damage they're likely to be taking, which means the weaker they will be on the other plane, which could be helpful for you guys if you do want to fight them. However, everything in this place, so all the fanciful treasures that the heart has made to entice people to come in here, or all these other things that is native to the plane, is just gone. So if you want to be loot goblins, you want to search the place. If you don't want to be loot goblins, you'll get everything that is found on the persons of those who are trapped here. So Nikasor's equipment will be acquired, their equipment will be acquired.
But if we loot something and we have it on our person
It's
and
there.
then kill the heart, we're good.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Everything on your person when you leave is saved. Everything that is not on your person when you leave is gone.
Okay. I was worried from earlier that it was
So
just a figure out another way out, dickheads.
No,
Okay,
no. So for full context,
Good
the only
to
way
know.
out of here is to deal with the heart, whether that's through diplomacy or killing it.
Yeah.
Period.
Which is, totally not great.
Yeah. For Nikasor, you guys could try to diplomatize him. That's going to piss off Elenata, as you've probably at this point figured out. But you guys could try to get him to just let go of the deal or make your own deal with him and certain things, which he's already made a deal with the heart, so it's possible he could get you out of here. Maybe. But that's kind of like selling your soul to the devil, so... As you've probably found out with Fox Loves' deal. To a lesser extent. Because after all these years, he's definitely gone a little bit insane. So those are general options. The general things that you guys can do is just continue searching the place, get some fat loot, buy a bunch of things, potentially talk to Nikasaur, potentially kill Nikasaur. Elenata's down for that plan. She could be convinced to join you to kill the heart. As an out-of-character thing, she's going to take her plan that she's been planning right now. So you'd have to convince her otherwise.
I'm kind of down for loot goblining.
Yeah.
I would also like to goblin.
I do like a little bit of loot goblining.
Yeah.
What can I say?
For full context, though, the loot goblining is for essentially bonus loot, because I've ensured that there is enough loot here that is not native to this plane that will then be saved. So if you do just kill the heart, you guys are still going to get stuff. It's not the bonus stuff.
Down to do a full search and murder of the place, make sure every corner is clear.
Yeah, what's this plus 10 investigation for if not looting?
He's
Just check our corners, all good.
There you go.
Yeah.
On that happy note,
traps, also noted.
Since it seems like you guys are interested in doing loot goblin mode, we will call the session here and continue the conversation if you have any additional questions for next time, since we are at time. Hope you guys had fun, and we are going to raid Red.
Could we try convincing these two to join us in our loot goblining before we end?
If you want, we could do that, yeah.
I mean, if we want to recruit them, or it could just be us. Oh.
You two have been in here a while, it seems.
Yeah. That sounds like we're doing the convincing.
Any good stuff just lying around? We might be guards widely and have jobs, but loot is still loot.
Oh, there's plenty of items here.
It helps so much on our way of what we're doing if we have some items to help us on our way.
Well, fortunately, you guys came to the exact right room you should have went to. And she kind of shuffles some of the papers here and reveals a map. Let me just zoom you out real quick.
Let me just zoom you out real... What?
Oh.
She reveals a map of the heart. Now this heart...
starts screaming.
This plane changes, not on like a weekly basis, but this is the current layout.
Alright.
Now, for any particularly useful stuff, well, I'd say you'd find those within the bed chambers up top stairs, or perhaps within... let's see here, I'm gonna look at my DM notes because I don't remember the top of my head now. So, bed chamber, bed chamber, bed chambers, bed chamber, ritual chamber here, library. So, a lot of things on the second floor are very helpful. Pretty much every room in the second floor, besides the just small bed chambers in the lounge. She'd also recommend the key chamber as something that could be of interest. If you zoom in, these are actually all just keys. The floor is made of keys.
That's concerning.
Finally, there's this chamber here that she would indicate as potential loot. She would assume there's loot within the heart's chamber. She does not know, but she would assume. So, those are the areas that she would like, get your loot.
Is the heart hostile just on sight? Is it more of a fuck off type of deal?
If the heart detects your presence, it'll keep a feeler out for you. If you make any signs of trying to escape, it might toy with you a little bit. If those signs become potential reality, well, then it will start acting. But I don't believe it understands the common tongue, so here we are.
All right.
So, all right. Further questions. I do apologize. Nikosaur, hostile on sight or no?
What
Hostile
sounds
inside.
have you already tried?
Hostile on sight, and he's upstairs, isn't he?
Yes.
But he said a lot of the loot.
And what did you say, Minnie?
What languages have you already tried and knows that it understands?
Let's see here. We've tried Primordial, we tried Dark Folk, we've tried Undercommon, we've tried Abyssal, Infernal, even Celestial. That was weird that you understood that one. We tried Draconic. What else did we try? Dracus? There's that one language. What was it? Necro. We tried Necro, right? The language of the dead. Yeah, nope, it understood that one too, I'm afraid. It is unfortunate.
So, doesn't it probably like absorb the knowledge of people who get killed in here or something?
Maybe. I don't really know.
So wouldn't that make Common probably the like its best known language?
I mean, Common isn't, presumably, from what I'm hearing, not actually spoken much outside of the
Well,
material plane.
To be honest, besides Foxlove and a few bumbling idiots behind him, who are still here, by the way, last I checked,
Oh.
no one else has been in here besides those from the Shadowfell. As far as Mira's even been found its way into the hands of a material plane dweller.
That's another question I have, actually. All has been talking very much in the confines of the Foxglove estate. At least this is what this resembles mostly. What about elsewhere? How big is this place?
Yes.
Alright. I should have assumed that.
The place is as big as the heart desires it to be. It changed after Foxlove entered to toy with him. Yeah, previously it was the Ruby Queen's throne room for the longest time. And a few side
Okay.
rooms, but mostly the throne
Huh.
room.
Well, out of character, I am totally up for teaming up with the two NPCs to go murder the upstairs and get loot from up there.
Now,
Yeah.
I will say, just looking at passives real quick. Thank you, Clink, for having a decent passive. Clink, you would know that when she said he is aggressive on sight, Nikasor, that's her feeling. He may or may not be. That's 100% her.
Yeah, I kind of already assumed.
Just making sure it's fully said, though. In character, you do now know 100%. It's more of her feeling. Yeah. But, there you go. Anything else you guys are wanting to do? If you guys want to just head upstairs and, kill her, do some loot goblin and stuff, their plan is, they're good to, join you for attacking Nikasor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good plan.
Totally down for that.
Yep.
I don't know if we'll instantly want to go attack him. Might look at loot, but yeah, we'll.
Well, before you head to the floor above, let us know and we'll join you.
Aye.
Okay.
Alright. And
Because
from
we could check out the two little loot rooms down here, and then we can join back up and go do the murder. Okay, that sounds like a plan.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. With that knowledge, you guys have achieved a plan. You have acquired some allies within this prison that you probably assumed. We're not thinking you were going to find any allies here.
Yeah, that was a great start.
Yeah,
Actually,
we are
I
going
was
to,
fully expecting that to be a trap.
Yeah, we're just gonna call the session here and raid Ridiculous Streams. They're playing God of War, and that sounds fun.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
That's
pretty cool.
fucking ridiculous.
raid is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Any which ways, I hope you guys had
One more
fun.
question.
It's good stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, kind of out of in character.
Is it-
Those bones in the prison,
Yeah.
do you know what those are about?
Oh, this is for okay. So this is in character. Before we do the raid, I'm ready to click the raid button in a moment. But
Go to the sarcophagi. Will.
the
Sorry,
guardians
that
of the
just caught my
tomb.
attention.
Yeah, they require fingers or toes as offerings to allow entry. There's treasure there too, but you need to give up a finger or a toe.
Quite like my fingies.
Yes, no, I
Does it have
as
to
do.
be ours?
my wife.
Her hopes, like,
Clink
They-
might have an extra on him.
They do need to be fresh. A fresh offering. You could kill them. The guardians are strong, but if there's 6 of you, you guys probably could handle it. In which ways, now you have gained another knowledge that there is potentially another treasure room, guardians within it. Now we will call the session. Hope you guys had fun, and we are going to officially raid red starting now.
This was. This was
Woo.
Raid has been achieved.
I have to parent and mom, and then I'll be on for Overwatch.
Yeah.
oh
I'm
yes.
gonna head out.
I'm gonna go have a
Right,
smoke.
ciao, ciao.
Maybe
Have
grab
a
a
good one.
smackums.
Yeah.
Adios.
Ciao, ciao.
I'm almost sad that nobody heard my fantastic joke.
Which one?
I quite like my fingers. And so does my wife!
Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
god! This is terrible.
That is terrible.